Welcome to Week 8 of high school football right here on SCTV as your Nicholas County Grizzlies take on Greenbrier East Spartans. As I want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Hello, everybody. Grant Kuiper. Alongside me is Jackson Morrison. Jackson, how's it going?
Great. Happy to be here joining you again, Grant, this week. Really excited for this game.
Yeah, I'm real excited for it. And, you know, it's homecoming night. It's a big night. A lot of festivities are happening. But, Jackson, what do you think the game plan is for the Grizzlies coming in for tonight's game against the Spartans?
Well, I think the game plan is, first of all, control the football. And I think we saw spurts of it last week in the matchup against Bluefield. However, we weren't able to maintain. Hard to find momentum. Defense was on the field majority of the game. It just makes it hard to win a ball game like that. Offense going 3 and out. We have a lot of guys that go both ways. So when they're out there pretty much the whole game without any rest, you know, it just makes it really difficult to get any momentum going.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, hopefully the Grizzlies can kind of keep the ball in possession and kind of use some time and get down the field. Another thing is, like I mentioned earlier, it's homecoming night. A lot of emotions. As a player, how do you deal with those emotions coming into a game like this?
You just got to channel your energy, man. It's a lot of adrenaline. There's a lot going on, homecoming and everything. You just got to use it to your advantage. Really focus, got to lock in, play disciplined football, but enjoy every moment of it and just, I mean, go as hard as you can every single play. They got a lot of energy, so I'm hoping we can see that out there tonight.
So how about we talk a little bit about Greenbrier East here? You know what I mean? They have a phenomenal quarterback. How about you walk us through that?
Yeah, so Brody Hamrick, man, he's super athletic. He has size. I believe he's standing at 6'3", 180 pounds. Very solid football player, very good at the QB position. I think we're going to see a lot of plays being made through Hamrick tonight. I believe they have a stud receiver, Nate Suttle, senior, and Brody Hamrick is also a senior. So Suttle being 5'10", 165, I'm assuming he has speed, so probably going to see a lot of their offense moving through Hamrick and Suttle.
Yeah, for sure. And Greenbrier East, like you said, they're both seniors, as in Hamrick and Suttle. So watch out for that duo tonight. But let's go back to the Grizzlies here. One thing they've been doing really good at all season long is their defense. And I think their defense is going to play a big part in tonight's game.
Defense is going to play a huge part in tonight's game. Like mentioned earlier about the momentum, I think if we can come out and our defense gets out there, force Greenbrier East to a 3 and out, I think we're going to take all the momentum early, and that's just the opportunity that we have to capitalize on.
Yeah, like you said, the defense is going to be something we're going to have to capitalize on. And then when your defense is able to make stops, then your offense gets the possession, and then they're able to try to make something happen.
Absolutely. Offense. I believe the offense is going to feed off the defense tonight.
So, Jackson, something we've been doing for all of these SCTV broadcasts is we've been kind of taking a look around all the sports in Nicholas County. And they've been doing pretty good, so how about we get into another sports report here. The NCHS boys soccer team played the last 3 games of the regular season. They went up to Grafton and fell short 2-1, but then they also went up to Philip Barber on Monday, and they won 2-0. And then they went to Roane County, and they won 10-0. So boys soccer team kind of finishing off this regular season strong. The regionals start next Tuesday, and I believe they go to Greenbrier East, coincidentally. So hopefully the boys soccer team can get a win next Tuesday. The NCHS girls soccer team has also played their last 3 matches in their regular season. They went up to Grafton and lost 2-3. Then they went up to Philip Barber and tied 1-1. And then they came home for their last home game of the regular season against Lewis County and tied 1-1. So girls soccer team right there, close to finish off the season there. They will play Shady Spring home this Tuesday to start off regionals, and I think getting a home game for regionals is a very, very big deal.
Absolutely. Home game in the postseason means everything.
Yeah. And this girls soccer team, they've done phenomenal throughout the whole season. We've had them on the Maloney Sports Report a couple of times. You can hear the confidence from them, and hopefully they can make a great postseason run. How about we go to the NCHS girls cross-country team? They went up to the Coldfield Conference Cross-Country Championship. Shalene Flanagan got 3rd out of the team. Madison Angus got 2nd out of the team. And then Braylee Priest got 2nd out of the team, but 8th out of the whole meet. So pretty good for to get 8th out of the conference. I think that's pretty good. Then we go to the NCHS boys cross-country team. They went up to the Coldfield Conference as well championship. Shakir Tobiran got third out of the team. Owen Groves, got second out of the team. And then Jaden Smith got first out of the team. And both of the girls and the boys cross-country teams will go up to regionals next Saturday. So we wish them the best of luck as they go to regionals. You know, you're starting to get this point in the season to where all the sports kind of start to wrap up. Obviously, football goes for another 3 weeks, but soccer and cross-country here are wrapping up, and this is when it comes crunch time. So let's go back to tonight's game. We've talked about it a little bit earlier. The Grizzlies are getting ready to take the field. What do you think the keys to the game for them tonight? What do you think some things they have to do well?
So the keys to the game for the Grizzlies, first of all, and I think it's been the same all season long, establish a run game. If we can get Nash moving, give that offense some juice, that's exactly what we want. Defensively, like I said, we just got to come out with energy, force 3 and outs. That's all we can ask for.
Let's go back to this game last year. Greenbrier, Nicholas County went up to Greenbrier East. They got a big win last year, and I feel like that was a big turning point in the season last year when they were able to get that win at Greenbrier East. If they can get a win tonight, I think this will be a big momentum boost in the final 3 weeks in the regular season.
Absolutely. If the Grizzlies can get a win tonight, I think it's going to change a lot of the outlook on the remainder of the season.
So the Grizzlies are getting ready to take the field here. Something we do every single week is we do these senior spotlights. So how about we cut to that senior spotlight interview right here before the game starts.
Grant Kuiper here with Lucas Milam. And Lucas, you're a senior this year. So let me ask you this. When did you realize you had the passion for football and you wanted to play the game of football?
Freshman year, all my buddies, especially Devin and Burke and all them, they wanted me to come out and play. So I was like, you know what, heck with it. So I decided to go out, and from the first game, I was hooked.
So football has a very long off season. So how do you stay focused during that long off season to prepare for this upcoming season?
During the winter, I lift and weight train, and then during the spring, I play baseball.
And then last question, if there's one moment in football you could go back and relive throughout your whole career, what would it be?
Definitely sophomore year. Colton Helms threw me like a 70-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah. Against
James Monroe. That was probably the best play I've ever really had.
Well, Lucas, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
So Lucas Milam there, and those interviews I look forward to every week, getting to hear. It was such a privilege to do them in the preseason before the season started. But Lucas Milam, he's a great asset to this Grizzlies team.
Yes, he is very athletic, and we've been able to use him in different spots. He's been lined up out wide at the receiver spot. He's been in the backfield running the ball, catching the passes, also a good asset on defense. Like I said, the athleticism is he definitely uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, he's a player that can kind of do everything, right? Like you said, we've done some direct snaps back to him, kind of running it up the middle there, but then like you said, you also can have him as a receiver as well. So when you can have a player that can play all those different types of positions, I think it just really brings a great part to your team.
Absolutely, and when you utilize your athletes like that, I mean, it can only bring success to your team.
Yeah, as the Grizzlies are going to take the field here. And when you get out here, you hear this home crowd cheering you on, like we've talked about earlier. Homecoming game tonight. Crowd is always, I feel like, more into it when it's homecoming night. You got that school spirit week leading up to it. So atmosphere is going to play a big part in tonight's game.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the energy from this crowd. The atmosphere is definitely different. You can tell. And this Friday compared to last Friday, and hopefully the Grizzlies can feed off this energy to get this game rolling.
Yeah, and like you said, when you're able to have that atmosphere, it kind of gives you an extra push. When you can feed off the crowd, it kind of gives you an extra boost, takes you into another gear, and hopefully the Grizzlies can do that tonight. So we're about 5 minutes off from kickoff here. This is when you got to check all the little things off. You got to get yourself prepared, and we've talked about this a lot last week as well, but this is the point when you also have to get your mindset, because if you get some penalties, it's hard to win a game behind the chains.
Yes, absolutely. So right now's the time where these guys are starting to find that switch and flip it, get ready to go, play some football.
So the Grizzlies are getting down there, getting ready to go. The Spartans are getting ready to take the field here as well, and then we'll get the captains as well. Jackson, how about we talk a little bit about what we have coming up tomorrow? I believe Glenville's coming up to the stadium tomorrow. How about you explain that for us?
Yeah, so Glenville State, they are going, their stadium's under some upgrades, I believe. So what they've been doing is they've been going around to local high schools nearby Glenville State, and that's where they've been playing their home games. So tomorrow we have Glenville State and I believe Concord coming to town, playing here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So we have a special guest, Johan Villasenor. He's a Nicholas alum, kicker at Glenville State, and we're going to try to get him on here at some point tonight just so he can talk a little bit about the game, a little bit about what's going on. And, yeah, so if you're not doing anything on a Saturday afternoon, tomorrow come out and support Johan tomorrow.
It's always good to see a Nicholas County player going out and doing so well at the college level. And like you said, a kicker. And kickers we've seen multiple times play big parts at all parts of football. The NFL, we see it, obviously the college level and even at the high school level. So it's great to see Johan going on and being able to kick for Glenville. And it's also their homecoming tomorrow as well. So
Glenville State's homecoming.
Yes, yeah. So it's homecoming week all circled. So we have our captains out there. They're going to introduce themselves, and we're going to see who's going to get the ball here to start. What do you think if the Grizzlies get the ball to start, what do you think is going to be a thing? What's some stuff they have to do to make it a successful drive?
So offensively, you can't overcomplicate because in all reality, all you need is 2.5 yards each play. So like I said earlier, obviously going to establish the run game. You know Nash is going to be getting at least 25 carries tonight. So going to see a lot of Nash. And I think if we can get a big play here early to kind of steal the momentum and get it to our advantage, I think it's only going to benefit us.
So we're going to see who gets the ball here to start. Something else I've also really liked is Colton Helms can do their short passes very well. Those medium passes you can always kind of pick up 6 to 8 yards there. So Greenbrier East has won the toss and has elected to receive. So the Grizzlies will get the ball to start the second half. So your defense is going to start on the field here. If your defense can get a big stop here, get your offense out there on the field, you can get some momentum going.
Absolutely. I'd like to see our defense make a big play here on first down and try to get the Spartans to start behind the chains early and just keep it rolling for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, so the Grizzlies will kick off here to start. Spartans will receive. And it'll also give you a chance for the offense to kind of look out, see what's coming as the Spartans take the field here. And we're minute 20 out. We're ready to go here for another Friday Night Lights. It's hard to believe after this there's only 3 games left.
Yeah, it is. Time really flies, man.
And these next 3 weeks, too, for the Grizzlies can play a very big part in this season because they're all 3 very tough games. And if the Grizzlies can get a win tonight or any of those next 3 games as well, it just helps boost the team momentum, and hopefully it can all start with a win tonight.
Yes, and the Grizzlies are really are in a do-or-die situation with the rest of their games on the schedule. So, I mean, we got to look at the remaining games and look at them as if they are playoff games because they will make or break this season.
Yeah, they will. And, how about we talk about Colton Burkhammer real quick? Tore his ACL earlier in the season, but he's still kicking. I just find that so phenomenal. You know what I mean? And then at the level he's doing it as well. He's kicking the ball he's still getting the ball down the field pretty decent.
It is. It's impressive, and it just shows that his strength, and he's willing to put up a fight and do whatever he can to help this team find success on Friday night.
So Colton Burkhammer will kick off to start here as the Spartans take the field. The Grizzlies are ready to go. They are ready to play some football tonight, and we are so happy you are with us on SCTV. Week 8 of high school football right here on SCTV. We're glad you're with us. Stick around.
Back deep for the Knights, number 3, Nate Settle.
Away we go. You have an onside kick there. The Grizzlies can already recover that ball there. and it looks like they may have got it there. We'll wait for the call.
Let's see.
And the Grizzlies get the ball. Unbelievable. It all started with the onside kick there, kind of the start. The Spartans kind of bobbled it there in their hands, and the Grizzlies jumped on the ball.
So you can't ask for a better start. That's exactly what you want. Showing aggression out of the gate, willing to take chances, stealing the momentum early.
So now the Grizzlies are going to have the ball to start. So the defense is going to stay off the field. Here we talked about pregame what the defense has to do. Now the offense is going to start with the ball at the 40 here. So Colin Helms at the quarterback position. Devin Nash, number 17. There, and Colin's going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 5, Lucas Milam, and he's going to continue to fight, and he's brought down by a couple defenders there, and he's going to be close to the first down marker.
Great first down play. I like it. Showing aggression early.
So the Grizzlies are going to pick up the first down. And that's something we talked about, too, in the pregame, is about how these short passes work so well for the Grizzlies. So Grizzlies are going to go fast here, and they're going to hand it off to Nash. He's going to fight around the outside there. He just kind of gets stopped, and he's going to lose 2 or 3 yards there.
I believe there was anticipation there by the Spartans. You know Nicholas is going to be feeding number 17, Devin Nash, so we just got to be a little bit more disciplined up front, make sure we get our blocks.
Yeah, I feel like ever since the Lincoln game, everybody knows Devin Nash is the man to stop for this team.
Absolutely.
And like you said, you could kind of tell they were anticipating it there, but I feel like that's opened up the passing game. We'll see what the Grizzlies do here. They're going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 7, Spencer Kuiper, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds about at the 35-yard line.
So it almost seems like Nicholas is trying to establish the pass game early here to kind of spread out the defense and open up some running lanes for Nash.
Yeah, and then when you're able to pass the ball, then, like you said, spread out the defense, then you can start to hand it off to Nash. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. The ball right about the 26 here as the Grizzlies get ready to go here. Helms is going to look to pass, and he's just going to take it himself. He's going to fight for the first down there, and he's going to be right around the 20. He might be a yard or two short there.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but it'll be interesting. I think the Grizzlies would.
I can't tell where the first down marker's at. The ref's standing right in front of it.
Refs looks like
it's like 4th
yeah,
and
4th
1
and
maybe.
1. I would assume the Grizzlies would probably want to go for it here.
Absolutely.
You're in 4-down territory. You're right at the. I think the marker is at the 21. Or the 19, excuse me. Grizzlies on the 20. So, like you said, got to pick up a yard and a half here.
Spartans anticipating Nash to the left here.
They're going to hand it off to Nash. He's going to get up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down and more. And he's going to get the Grizzlies first down inside the 15.
Great run by Nash there. Hard-nosed kid. He reminds me of Cam Scattaboo almost.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't care who's lined up in front of him. He's just going to go as hard as he can every time he gets it.
And we've talked about it all year long, but the amount of work he's put in on the offseason, you're seeing it pay off for him. He's done a phenomenal job in the gym.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 at the 14 for the Grizzlies. And he's going to hand it off to Nash again, and he's just going to continue to get up the middle, continue to break tackles, and he's going to be close to get in, and he's going to get in for the Grizzlies touchdown. The Grizzlies take the lead early with 10:02 to go. Took them 1 minute and 58 seconds to get on the scoreboard.
So, great start for Nicholas, and we talked about this prior to the kickoff. This is exactly what we needed to start this game.
It all started from the kickoff, literally. You get the onside kick there. Colin Burkhammer is going to go on to attempt the extra point, and it is going to be good. So it's going to be 7-0 Grizzlies with 10:02 to go in this first quarter.
Great first drive by the Grizzlies. Like we said, getting the kickoff. Huge play by the Grizzlies there. And then driving the ball down the field. Only one negative play, but that happens.
Yeah.
And they made up for it with the following play. So, I mean, great start. That's all I can say.
One thing we talked about earlier, you can't be behind the chains. The Grizzlies weren't. Like you said, besides that one play, they were in front of the chains the whole time, and you could see it there. They made a very successful drive here. And I'm not going to kind of counter chickens before they hatch. But as of early, it doesn't look like Greenbrier East can hold Devon.
And I think perhaps Greenbrier East might have underestimated Nicholas a little bit here. I'm assuming we're going to try the little pooch kick again.
Yeah.
If East gets the ball here, I'm going to anticipate a shot play from Brody Hamrick to Nate Suttle at some point in their opening drive.
Yeah, so Colton Burkhammer is going to kick off. Like you said, we'll have to see if that's that little squib kick like it was last time, as we're going to get back underway here. And it's a deeper kick this time. And the Spartans are going to bring the ball up here. It looks like it's number 3.
Looks
Suttle.
like number 3, Nate Suttle.
Yeah, and he's still fighting. The Grizzlies need to bring him down here. He's going to try to cut up the middle, and the ball's going to come out now. And now it's picked up by number 23 and brought down by the Grizzlies. Number 32, it looked like Ian Nutter.
So, it's looking great for the Grizzlies right now. I mean, we were talking about how solid of a player Nate Suttle is. Fumbles on the kickoff return. Grizzlies have to find a way to keep feeding off this momentum because the opportunities are there.
Yeah, looked a little bit like rugby out there. You know what I mean? The ball just kept flying out, and you don't really see that for kickoffs. You know what I mean? You don't see a play go that long for kickoffs. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 26. We'll have to see what the Grizzlies defense can come up here. Like we said earlier, it looks like the defense has already done a wonderful job just on the kickoff return.
I think we're going to anticipate a balanced attack from Greenbrier East just as we did with Bluefield.
So we got Hamrick here at the quarterback position. He's going to hand it off to, I believe, was it Suttle? I couldn't see who carried the ball there. But they're going to pick up about a yard here. So the Grizzlies defense did a great job there holding.
Great first down play by the Grizzlies defense.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here. And when you're able to, when the running game is something that's kind of hurt the Grizzlies over the past couple of games, when you're able to stop the run game, you're able to see big differences. So we got Hamrick, the quarterback position. He's going to look to pass, and it's complete, but it's bobbled. He had it in his hands and bobbled. It was number 21, Eads. Just bobbled the catch there. And that was one of those plays that looked like he kind of was already thinking about what he was going to do before he caught the ball.
Greenbrier East struggling to hold on to the football here early.
And it's kind of, this is the first game that's kind of been much colder. You know what I mean? Obviously, we had last week as well. But colder conditions, you know, you kind of adjust for those as a wide receiver.
Absolutely. And the weather, the cold temperature, the ball hardens a little bit. So it's literally like a rock almost, kind of hard to hold on to there. It doesn't have much give.
Spartans are going to look to pass, and we got, looks like a flag, so might be false start against the Spartans for them to blow it dead.
Grizzlies pointing towards the pool end zone.
So false start.
Big 3rd down
here.
here.
And now it backs them up. So now it becomes, like you said, even more of an important stop to get the stop behind the chains. Hopefully the Grizzlies are going to stop here and get the ball back.
This is a very key 3rd down here as the Grizzlies have all of the momentum.
They do.
We cannot allow the Spartans to get, 14 yards here in one play. If we can stop them 4th and medium, I think the Spartans are going to give it up.
So Hamrick at the quarterback position. He's going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 4 and brought down by number, it looks like 5, Lucas Milam. And it was number 4, Green, on the catch there. So now it's 4th and 16, ball at the 20. What an unbelievable first hold here for the Grizzlies defense.
Absolutely, and a great play, great read by Lucas Milam there, coming up, putting a pad on the receiver, wrapping him up and getting him down.
So the Spartans are going to look to punt this ball away. Number 5, Lucas Milam, back deep for the Grizzlies. And it's going to be a pretty good punt here. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it.
No need for a return there.
Yeah. It goes, 39. Went out quicker than what I thought it would be. So now the Grizzlies are going to get the ball here with 8:15 to go in the first quarter, and they're back inside their half of the field as well. So you've had great field position for the Grizzlies both of these 2 drives.
Absolutely. Now the Grizzlies I think we can take a little bit more time off the clock here than we did in our first possession. At least I would hope. Maybe see some more of Devin Nash here, perhaps.
Yeah, and you can see East, they look more spread out as well. Now they're going to pack it back inside here as Helms is going to hand it off to brought down by 65. Looks like handed off to number maybe 5, Lucas.
7.
7, Spencer. So, yeah, so pick up a 2, brings up 2nd and 9 now for the Grizzlies. Like you said, you got to average, 2.5 yards to get a first down. They picked up about 2 there, so
can't
just
complain
little gains.
about that.
Yeah, just little gains is all that matters.
And those little 2.5 yard runs, that's what chews the clock off, and that's what the Grizzlies need to utilize in this game.
Helms going to look to pass, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield. They were all over him there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and about 12.
Looks like a great call by the Greenbrier East defensive coordinator there. Looks like they knew where that ball was going before it was even snapped.
Yeah. And now you're behind the chain, so now it's going to make – now they're even going to expect it maybe even more for it to be a pass here. But Devin can still – or Nash can still pick it up there on 3rd and long. It just depends how good of a block you can get up there at the front line.
And Grizzlies have proven that they will go on 4th down, and I think in this situation, if we can get about 5 to 8 yards here, we will absolutely go for it.
3rd and 13. Helms is going to look to pass, and he's going to have number 7, Spencer Kuiper, and it's just a little far in front of him. It's going to bring up 4th and 13.
So this is a little tricky here. It looks like we're sending the punter out. I like this decision.
Yeah.
Pin the Spartans deep. They didn't do a whole lot their first possession, so hopefully if we keep them back there 3 and out, and looks like if by the punt we might be getting the ball at the 35 or 40 possibly if we can force the 3 and out.
Yeah. So, like you said, if you can force the 3 and out, it's always good when you can pin them back deep, because then it's a win-win for you, right? You get them already back deep to start. Then if they have to go 3 and out, like you said, you could get the 35-yard line depending on how the punt goes. So Grizzlies are going to punt this ball away here, and I like this decision too. You know what I mean? You're up early here. Let's just keep pinning
Play
it
it
back.
safe.
Yeah, play it safe. You have the points in the bank to do so. So the Grizzlies are going to punt this ball away. It's number 48, Berkhammer. Pretty nice punt here.
Booming punt.
And there's Grizzlies right there to touch it too. It looks like it's down about the 10. Came the other way there, but Grizzlies mark it dead about the 11. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Spartans.
Pretty good punt by Berkhammer there. Bounce didn't go our way, however, not complaining. I mean, when you pin an offense back on their own 10-yard line, I mean, you can't complain about that.
Yeah, you cannot. And it'll be interesting to see how the Grizzlies defense does this time around. You know, they did a great job that first time getting them stopped here. But it's going to be interesting to see how Greenbrier East can kind of settle in, you know what I mean, and just start to see how their offense can click. So it'll be very important here. It looks like we're going to get maybe a timeout. So as they're going to talk things over down there, how about we talk about what do you think the Grizzlies defense needs to do to get the offense back there on the field for their 3rd drive?
So I think Spartan's probably going to have a little bit different attack here. Didn't do a whole lot with the run. However, they're probably going to utilize it here on 1st down. I think we see the ball go in the air on 2nd down here, depending on what they do here. But, yeah, I mean, just you can give up a little bit of yardage here, but we got to make a big play here on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11. And Hamrick's going to hand it off to number 21, it looked like, and it's Eads, and they're going to pick up a yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here about for the Grizzlies.
And that's a good 1st down play for the Grizzlies defense there, forcing the Spartans to 2nd and long. Tricky situation here because they could run it. They could run it right at us, maybe see a play action pass.
Brings up 2nd and 9. They're going to hand it off again and stopped once again right at the line of scrimmage. It was number 22, it looked like. Godfrey. And it's going to bring up third now, 3rd and 9. He didn't pick up really no yardage there. So Grizzlies defense stopping the run game early.
Absolutely, and that was a great job by 66 Isaiah Dillon for the Grizzlies there at the nose guard spot, stepping across the line, finding the ball, and making the play.
So 3rd and 9 at the 12. Big third down here for the Grizzlies if they can get the ball back. And Hamrick's going to look to pass.
There's Hamrick to Settle.
Yeah, and he's got it open. It's going to be brought down by number 7, Spencer Kuiper.
Or no, that's number 1. My bad. Caden Stone.
But Spencer is all over that, though. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 Spartans, though. And you knew that was coming at some point in time. It's going to be 1st and 10 about the 47 here.
And Hamrick showing his passing ability there. That was a beautiful ball.
It was.
Put it right on the money.
It's a great pass. So we'll have to see here. 1st and 10 at the 48. Hamrick's going to pass complete to number 2, Obermeyer, and he's going to pick up about 2 to 3 yards there.
Something going on the Greenbrier East sideline here. Not sure what that was.
Yeah. They were quick to get over there, though.
I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 7, ball at the 50. And that's second and 10 at the 50. Hamrick's going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 4. What a catch to Green. That was a very tough catch to make with the defender right there on him.
Not a whole lot you can do there as a defender in that situation. I mean, the receiver just made a great catch. We were there, made a play on the ball. Receiver just made a great catch holding on to it.
Carter Meadows was right there to bring him down. And that was wonderful, like you said, wonderful defense. Nothing else you could do as the defender. So 1st and 10 at the 41 now for the Spartans. Hamrick's going to look to pass once again. And it was intended for number 3, Subtle. And it's going to fall incomplete. Just a little too long there.
Hamrick showcasing his arm there. Looked like that was almost a 50-yard pass right there. I think he could gotten a little bit more juice on it there if he wanted to, however, overthrew the receiver. 2nd and long here.
2nd and long at the 41. And I would assume you kind of want to, I would assume it's going to go in the air here. So pass coverage. Probably wants to look out for that as it brings up. They're going to pitch it off to number 22, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Number 22, Godfrey on the carry and pushed out of bounds by number 24, Cooper Lanham. And it's going to bring up 3rd and now about 7.
So this is a big 3rd down here for the Grizzlies. Spartans driven the ball down the field from their own 10-yard line. You have them here in no man's land. 3rd and about 7.
Yeah.
Grizzlies need to get this stop here in order to maintain the momentum.
It's going to be complete to number 1 or number 3, Subtle, and it's going to be brought down by a couple of Grizzlies defenders there. Grizzlies kind of struggling here to stop the Hamrick-Subtle duo right now.
Starting to see that connection.
Yeah, you're starting to see it, and it's going to bring up 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Suttles was a receiver brought down by the Grizzlies.
Number 5, Lucas Milam bringing them down. So Grizzlies defense, so they're containing them. You know what I mean? They're getting up the 1st down, but as soon as they get the ball, the Grizzlies defense is all over it as they're going to hand it off to number 22 once again, Godfrey, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards there.
Grizzlies doing a good job containing the run here early. Hopefully we can maintain that.
Yeah, like you said, slowing them down. It's hard to believe there's only 3:30 to go. It's been a fast first quarter from both sides. It's 2nd and 5. And they're going to
look
flags,
like
yeah.
Left side of Greenbrier East line was a little bit early off the ball there.
And that's big if you're the Grizzlies backing them up 5 yards. Listen into the call down there.
Dead ball. Ball stop. It's number 60. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So this could change the play call for East, where they were at second and short there. Looking at second and long, I think this could go either way here, pass or run.
So now it brings up 3rd and 10, ball at the 16. And they're going to hand it off, or they're going to look to pass here, and it's going to be contended for number 23 there, Burdett, but just kind of bobbled in his hands there. Now it brings up 3rd and 10.
And that was great execution by Greenbrier East there. Didn't make the catch, but great execution. And I believe that was an RPO with the run-pass option. So the quarterback has his read on the defense there. I assume it was probably an outside linebacker. So it looks like our outside linebacker bit on the run, so he almost hit that seam route right there. That would have been a beautiful play. But luckily, the receiver dropped it, so Grizzlies facing 3rd down here. 3rd and long, need to get this stop.
Hamrick's going to look to pass again. He's getting a lot of pressure by the Grizzlies defense. Now he's going to scramble. He's going to take it on his legs. And he's going to get inside the 5 and more. What a tackle by number 30, Landon Keenan. And it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 1. That was a very nice tackle by number 30, Landon Keenan.
Grizzlies with a great opportunity to get the sack on the quarterback there. Unsuccessful. Landon Keenan with a great hit on the quarterback. And Brody Hamrick getting outside, using his legs there. You put a hit on a quarterback like that, I doubt he runs as hard as he can the next chance he gets.
So it's 1st and goal, ball right at the 1 here. We've seen the Grizzlies goal line defense do great job, and he's going to be right there. It looked like he was tripped up, but he's going to say he gets in. Number 22, Godfrey, gets in for the Spartans touchdown. So Spartans going to tie this game up with an extra point here with 2:44 to go in the 1st quarter.
So starting to see the capability and the strength of the Spartans offense. Started this possession on their own 10-yard line, being very methodical, drive it all the way down the field and get 6. Great job by the Spartans offense there.
Number 2, Jace Oppermeyer is going to kick the point, and it's going to be good. So it's going to be 7-7 with 2:44 to go in this 1st quarter. And it's been an entertaining 1st quarter so far, Jackson.
Absolutely. And I don't think there's been a game where the Grizzlies have been able to walk into it and say we're going to run away with this one. Should have known it was going to be a ball game here. And hopefully the Grizzlies can maintain their momentum that they have offensively. I think run this last 2:44 out. Whether you score or not is fine. I think if we just make sure we have this ball to start the 2nd quarter, it's going to benefit our offense tremendously.
Yeah, taking it easy here, like you said, making sure you have the ball to start the 2nd quarter. Something else, though, the offense has done a great job of giving the defense rest so far this 1st quarter.
Absolutely, and when your offense is able to move the ball a little bit, like you said, keeping the defensive guys off the field, let them breathe, let them get some water, go out there with fresh legs.
Yeah, so it's going to be Grizzlies to get the ball back here. Number 35, Ian Nutter, back deep for the Grizzlies here. As we're going to get the show back on the road here with 2:44 to go in this 1st quarter. Both teams have done a wonderful job on getting the ball in the air in the passing game. And we're going to see if that continues. Number 2, Jace Obenmeyer, going to kick this ball away. And it's going to be received by number 35, Ian Nutter. And he can run if he can get some room to work with it here. And he's still on his feet. And pushed out of bounds by number 22, Godfrey.
Nutter there looking like he was trying to get to the edge. Wasn't able to. However, not bad field position for the Grizzlies here.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 24. And the Grizzlies are going to have to go. This is the first drive we've seen them not have that great field position. I still believe they can get down the field. We'll have to see what they can come up with here as it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to get up the middle and more. And it's going to be brought down by number 9 and 6 and others. Number 9, Lee, right there to bring him down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Grizzlies.
Great job by the Grizzlies offensive line there. Like we said, we're able to get those successful pass plays, spread the defense out, create some running lanes for Nash, and we utilized it right there. Great first down play.
They've not been able to contain Nash. We've seen multiple times, and Grizzlies obviously using that to their advantage as it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 37 now. Grizzlies getting some momentum. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, actually, to Helms. And he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards there.
I like that play.
Yeah.
I do like that play a lot because great run by Helms there. Not an explosive play, but exactly what you need on first down. You know, got 4, almost 5 yards there. Defense, you know they're keen on Nash. So I think we can utilize that play a lot there with Helms keeping it.
When you have multiple guys that can run, it can really help out your team and can kind of take some pressure off of Nash. As it's going to be a gain of 4, going to bring up 2nd and 6. And Helms is going to look to pass, and it's going to be just bobbled by number 10, Brennan Smith.
Looks like it might have just been out of reach. It's hard to tell from the angle we're sitting at. Great play call, though. It was there.
It was.
It was there. Just couldn't quite get the connection.
And when you're able to pick up 4 yards, 5 yards on that first carry, then it opens up for you to do something like that.
Yes, you have a lot more options when you can get successful first down plays.
It's going to stop the clock with 1:30 to go in the first quarter here. Ball's on the 40-yard line here. As Helms is going to pitch it back to Kuiper.
Toss pass.
And he's going to get rid of it. It looked a little bit of a trickery there to start, and just looked like nothing never really opened up.
And it looked like, I'm not sure what the scheme is there on as far as the edge rusher goes for Greenbrier East. Looks like we couldn't quite get that block. I think that's the one we needed for Kuiper to get out wide to make that throw. Good decision by Kuiper, though, getting rid of it. Nobody open downfield. Better to get rid of it than take the sack there.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 6, as it looks like the Grizzlies are going to punt this ball away. And Burkhammer is going to punt this ball off.
And Burkhammer liable to pin East deep once again here.
And it looks like it looks like East may have jumped.
I don't want to say anything too soon.
Yeah, it could always be on the Grizzlies, right? You see it pointing each way, right?
Yeah.
You jumped. No, you jumped. So
let's see.
We'll have to see what the call is.
Good ball. Encroachment. Defense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So now it brings up 4th and 1 here.
Fourth.
So what's the call here?
Grizzlies going for it
Yeah.
100%.
And I say they utilize Nash maybe, you know what I mean? Just kind of, do you think you put him under center here and just kind of just give it to Nash and have him run? Or what do you think? You still think you hand it off to him?
I think this is tricky.
Yeah.
Helms
East
is
out there.
definitely going to anticipate the ball coming right at him. Maybe see Helms pull it.
We're going to get.
We might be getting a timeout
Yeah.
here. Okay. So perhaps East lined up.
Nicholas County. Their first of the half.
I'm assuming we were going to hand it to Devin right there up the gut. Obviously, whatever defensive set that East came out there looked like they were anticipating that. So we have to burn the timeout, draw something up, maybe see some misdirection here, maybe put the ball in the air.
Yeah, and like you said, it looked like East anticipated for Nash to come up the middle. The Grizzlies are going to talk it over here. And like you said, basically try to set something up. So do you think they still hand it off to Nash, or do you think they draw something up new? Because we've seen that direct snap back to Lucas.
We have seen the direct snap. I think we're going to run it for sure. I can't see us putting the ball in the air here. Maybe see Helms pull it.
That's true, yeah. But this is what you want if you're the Grizzlies, to have all these different options to be able to be like.
East not really being able to stop anything early here. So Grizzlies have a lot of options in what play call they utilize here.
So it's 4th and 1, ball at the 46. This is a very huge play early in this game, as now the Grizzlies are going to shift over. They're going to hand it off to Nash. He's going to fight for the outside. He is going to be close.
He got it.
Looks like he did, and it looks like
It is going to be really close here.
yeah, it's gonna be real close.
I'm pretty sure he got it, though.
It looked like he got it. Grizzlies thinks that he got it,
Pending on the spot. Okay.
and they're gonna measure it here.
All right.
So we'll have to look to see. It was really close. You know, that
Yeah.
missile surge looks like he got there, but then it just kind of momentum just kind of stopped. So we're gonna
See
look
here.
here. Yeah, it's gonna be very close to see here.
Gosh, I can't tell from here.
Yeah, looks like they
First
got it.
down.
Yeah.
All right.
So Grizzlies had to bring out the chains to measure, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Very huge play to pick it up on that 4th down, 4th and 1. Now you get a fresh 10 yards to try to make something happen here.
Absolutely. That was a great job by the Grizzlies there. Knew exactly how many yards they needed to get there, and that's exactly what they did. Let's see. Keep the ball moving here. I would like to see us take the rest of the time off the clock, though, whether we score or not.
You said earlier it takes probably about 2.5 yards all the way
Yeah.
down to the inch to get the first down for
Absolutely.
the Grizzlies. They're going to hand it off to Nash, it looks like. Or no, number 20, or no, yeah, 17 Nash on the carry. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. So now it brings up 2nd and 6 again.
Lucas Milam's slow to get up here.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be either his knee or his ankle.
And you
I believe he's been struggling with
Yeah.
a knee issue here
And-
recently in the season.
and you don't want to see that if you're the Grizzlies. You can tell frustrated from Lucas, and hopefully he can get back into this game. Very key player for the Grizzlies. As it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. We've seen this earlier. Do you think they're going to pass the ball here, or do you think they'll keep it on the ground?
I think Grizzlies keep it on the ground
Take
here.
it to the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
They're going to do just that. Hand it off to Nash. He was stopped. 64. Or 62, excuse me. As there's more extracurricular activities here. And as the Grizzlies here, you just got to just make sure you're doing everything right and you don't get a silly penalty thrown on you.
Yeah, I mean, looks like they're going to take the rest of the time off the clock. I mean, that play looks like we were just up front, slow getting off the ball. I don't think anybody necessarily went the wrong way or anything, just didn't fire off the ball there. Can't be having that. Hopefully this little break they get, they can fix that.
So 1 quarter down. If you're the Grizzlies, how do you utilize this right now? You got a minute to 2 minutes of rest here. Then the offense is going to be right back out there on the field. It's going to be 3rd and 8. How do you think the Grizzlies are going to have to pick up this first down?
So I think the Grizzlies, I mean, it could go either way here, run
Yeah.
or pass, like we've been saying. But I think it starts up front.
It does.
So we got to make sure up front that we're disciplined, we fire off the ball, and we get to our spots and our blocks. I think as far as the ball getting in the air, I think Helms needs to do a good job of getting his pre-snap read on the defense, and that way, when he gets the snap, he kind of has an idea of where to go with the ball, not necessarily who to throw to, but the area of which somebody's going to be open. And when you have a quarterback that's able to do that, it makes it a lot easier to get these 3rd and 8, you said?
Yeah.
So I think starts up front, and then we got to be able to execute the play as far as the rest of the offense
Like
goes.
you said, it starts at the line. Because then when you have the line blocking, it gives your quarterback some time to make some space happen. Brings up 3rd and 8 here. Ball at the 48-yard line as Helms is going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 35, Ian Nutter. That was a very tough catch to make there. Kind of pushed him off, got
Looks
that
like
space,
a
and got
little
it.
Mutual contact
Yeah.
there between Nutter and the defender.
But went both ways. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. That was a very nice pass. And we've seen it so many times. Ian Nutter's speed is unmatched when it comes. We've seen it in the Oak Hill game early. Use that speed. Seen it once again. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Ball in the 31. little bit of a high snap. You get a flag coming in late, but Nash is going to continue to fight up the middle, picks up about a yard.
Flag down.
Nash, the ball carrier, brought down by the Spartans number 20.
Maybe false start.
Yeah.
Or perhaps neutral zone. Hard to tell.
We'll listen in.
There's no flag on the play.
Okay.
So they pick it up there. I guess just after discussion, they're going to pick it up. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here. Ball at the 30. You pick up a yard there with Nash. And with Nash or Milam or even Helms when he takes on his feet, they're constantly picking up at least a yard. They're never going behind the chains, and that's what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Helms is going to hand it off to Kuiper, and he's going to fight up the middle. And even Kuiper, you can hand it off to him. He'll get it up the middle as well. And he's going to bring up 3rd and short here.
We talked about this earlier, utilizing your athletes. Nicholas doing a great job of that here early on in the game, and we need to continue to utilize that as this game goes on. And great cut by Spencer Kuiper there. He realized he wasn't going to be able to get to the edge, put his foot in the ground, dropped his shoulder, and picked up some good yards there.
3rd and 3, ball at the 25-yard line for the Grizzlies. They are marching down the field here with 5:30 to go in this second quarter. They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he is going to be wrapped up by number 20, Bland, and he's going to pick up at least 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2 here for the Grizzlies. It's going to bring up a very important 4th down here. I would assume you would go for it here. You're inside the 25, deep in Spartans territory, and you know if the Grizzlies can pick up this 1st down here, now you're really in business.
Absolutely. And we have the capability to kick the field goal here, however, where the ball's at in the field, over towards the hash. If it were in the middle, I would consider a field goal, but being over towards the hash, can't risk it.
That's what I was going to talk about, the field goal. Helms is going to look to pass, and it's going to be just bobbled. Number 4, Green, all over number 30, Landon Keenan, and it's going to be turnover on downs. But you have East deep in their territory.
And great play by the Greenbrier East defender. We said number 4, right?
Yeah, Green.
Number 4, Green there. I mean, great job making a play on the ball.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 24 for the Spartans. Grizzlies defense done a good job on stopping the run game. We'll have to see how they do this time around on the passing game as well. But you can tell this is something the Grizzlies defense, they've gotten much more better at, though, stopping the passing game. You can see the improvements coming, and you're seeing it all on stage tonight. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 24. They're going to look to pass. It's going to be complete to number 3, Subtle, and he's going to continue to fight. It's going to be close to that 1st down. Grizzlies can't really stop Subtle here.
Subtle, very talented athlete on the football field, showing his speed there and some capability he has to help move this offense.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line here. Spartans starting to march down the field themselves. Getting everybody on the same page here. 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to hand it off to number 23, Burdette, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Actually, correction, Goffrey. So it's going to pick up about 3 yards. Now it brings up 2nd and 7. Grizzlies have done a great job at stopping the running game early.
Absolutely, and a lot of improvement from last week as Bluefield just had their way as far as the run game went, getting, I want to say, 8 yards a pop probably from their running backs, both the starter and the backup. And when you don't have much drop off there, I mean, it makes it very difficult to stop the run. Grizzlies doing a great job tonight, though.
2nd and 6. It was a pickup of 4. They're going to look to pass, and it looks like number 2, Subtle, or was it number 1? Number 1, Stone, and it's going to fall incomplete. So now it brings up 3rd and 6 now. if you're the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies defense set up in another great position here. A lot of opportunity to force the Spartans to have to punt here, pending on the spot of the ball after this play, whether we can get the stop here or not.
3rd and 6, and it's kind of a third and kind of a medium. So you could see it going in the air. I would expect it to go in the air. The Grizzlies have done a great job at stopping the run. The running game here from the Spartans. We'll have to see what happens.
Anticipating a connection from Hamrick to Settle here, I would say.
We're going to get flags.
Dead balls. Delay game. Number 7. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
And now this is when you start to hear this homecoming crowd get louder, as it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Now you have a 3rd and long, so I would assume, like you said, Hamrick to Settle probably coming here. The Grizzlies can hopefully be all over that.
And the Grizzlies not necessarily having to tighten up here, more so guarding the sticks. East can get a couple yards. That's fine. We just got to make the tackle in front of the sticks here.
And no silly mistakes. You don't want a penalty flag on any of the Grizzlies. Have done a wonderful job of that. As Hamrick's going to look to pass, he got a little bit.
The quarterback.
Had a little bit of pass coverage. He's getting pressured by the Grizzlies defense, and it's going to be complete to number 22, Godfrey, for the first down. The Grizzlies had Hamrick all the way back there, pressure all over him. He just got rid of it. What a pass to number 22, Godfrey.
And Hamrick, we knew he was a very solid quarterback, showing his ability to evade the pass rush, improvise, and make a great play there.
If you're the Grizzlies, you can't have that. You know what I mean? Holding them back there, getting the quarterback to scramble. But we talked about this last week, not letting it affect you. Go to the next play. It's a brand new set here. It's 1st and 10 at the 46 for the Spartans. And they're going to hand it off to number 22. Godfrey, once again, he can run the ball or he can catch the ball. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 2 now as the Spartans go quick. They're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey, once again. Yeah, that was a great stop by number 17, Devin Nash. And he's going to lose about 1. So now it brings up 3rd and 3. Grizzlies have done a wonderful job containing this running game.
So the Grizzlies having a lot of opportunities here on 3rd down, just got to make the play.
So 3rd and 2 as the ball is on the 46 here. East getting the play call. Do you think they go in the air here, or do you think they just run it up the middle?
They've been having a lot of success from Godfrey here.
Yeah. We'll see if it continues. And they're going to look to pass, and it's number 23, Burdette.
Looked like a miscommunication there, busted coverage.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans now. Number 30, Landon Keenan, brought him down. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans inside the 20.
It might have been, Grizzlies might have been in a man-free coverage there. So everybody's locked up man-to-man except for Landon Keenan, our free safety back, and just miscommunication like we said.
1st and 10, ball inside the 16. They're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey, and brought down by number 17, Devin Nash. Devin's been all over number 22, A.J. Godfrey, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
So this is huge for the Grizzlies here. If we can force East to kick a field goal, because it appears they have a talented kicker. So if we can force them to only 3 points, we get the ball back, score, take all the time off, go in the locker room 14-10, and get the ball back coming out of the half. I think that would be best case scenario for the Grizzlies.
6:30 to go in this first quarter as number wide open was number, looks like Subtle, number 5, excuse me, Godfrey, the other Godfrey.
Braylon
Godfrey. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 here. So now you have them 3rd and long here. We've seen the pass game. I would assume they go back to it, but we've seen last 3rd down. A little miscommunication. If you're the Grizzlies, make sure everybody's on the same page. Brings up 3rd and 9. Ball on the 15. Hamrick's going to look to pass. He's getting a little pressure by the Grizzlies defense. He's going to take it on his feet. He's going to pick up the first down and pushed out of bounds by number 4, Carter Meadows.
And the Grizzlies there just not able to contain the quarterback. We have him right where we want him, losing the edge containment because we're getting pressure up the middle. But that's just being disciplined. It's hard because when you're coming off the edge, man, your eyes get all big, seeing the quarterback, opportunity to make a sack. You just got to be very disciplined and focused when it comes to that situation.
1st and goal for the Spartans now, and they're going to hand it off to number 2, Godfrey, and he is going to get in. Number 4, Carter Meadows was trying to bring him down, but he couldn't. So it's going to be a touchdown for the Spartans. They're going to take the lead with 6:01 to go in this 2nd quarter.
So not necessarily the worst case scenario here. Grizzlies still have an opportunity to march down the field, get a score.
And they get the ball to start the second half.
And get the ball to the second half. No need to panic here.
Yeah, no need to panic. Number 2, Obenmeyer, is going to attempt the extra point here. And it's going to be up. And it's going to be good. So it's going to be 14-7 with 6:01 to go here in this first half. So, Jackson, we talked about the Glenville State game coming up tomorrow. How about you tell us who we have coming on the show later tonight?
So joining us here later tonight will be Johan Villasenor, Nicholas alum. Actually played with Johan in high school. He was a great kicker, first-team All-State, is now playing at Glenville State, kicking off for Glenville State. He's put in tremendous amounts of work. You know, I can't say enough about Johan. He's just, like I said, hard worker, has a work ethic, put a lot of time into it. And I'm excited to get him on here later and talk some ball with him.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that coming up second half. We'll try to fit him in, but the action's been pretty good tonight, Jackson, as the Spartans lead 14-7, but the Grizzlies have been right there all night long. And they're going to get the ball back here. Hopefully they can march down the field here, tie this game up, get some momentum going into halftime. And at halftime, too, we got homecoming happening, just a full-on night of action. I mean, we're just so happy you're with us on SCTV as we get back underway. Long kick, and it's just going to go in the back of the end zone. That was smart by Ian, just to let that go back in the end zone.
Very smart play there by Ian. Now, the Grizzlies here had a drive, only scoring drive last week against Bluefield, took between 7 and 8 minutes off the clock. So hopefully we can see a little bit of that here. March down the field, get 6, and complete the PAT going to halftime locked up. And that's a great situation for us, getting the ball coming out of the half, and it's basically 0-0 if we get the score here.
Yeah, 0-0, and then it's a brand-new ball game as well. And Grizzlies have done a wonderful job from the offensive standpoint. Can they keep it up as it's 1st and 10, ball at the 20. They're going to hand it off to number 7, Spencer Kuiper.
Looked like a little double reverse there.
Yeah. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 5. I was going to just say, it looked like Lucas Milam entered the ball game, and he was on the carry, like you said. Looked like a handoff to Spencer, and then maybe a pitch to Milam.
Great play there by the Grizzlies.
And we're going to get flags.
Looked like right tackle Xander Leffler might have been early. He might not have been the only one. Okay.
It looked like the Grizzlies jumped a little bit, and that's going to back them up.
Don't want to be doing that in your own territory, but you gotta appreciate the firing off. Though he was anticipating the play and showing energy, and you can't ask for anything else.
Always being ready to go. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now, as Helms is going to look to pass, and it's a little short, intended for number 10, Brennan Smith, and it's going to bring up third down now. Just didn't look like they're really on the same page there.
Losing a little bit of focus perhaps here as the first half is winding away. Clock stopped after the incompletion. Grizzlies 3rd and long here. You know the ball's going in the air. I would say the Grizzlies utilize a play to the perimeter here. Pass out to the flat.
And I assume this is one of those plays as well. If you don't pick up the first down, then you're going to have to punt the ball away. You know, and keep the drive going. As Helms is going to have number, is it 10?
17.
Or 17, number 17, Devin Nash. He can run the ball and he can catch the ball. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Great play call there by the Grizzlies. And a fun fact, Nicholas has been running a similar play to that with the running back sneaking out of the backfield as the play appears to be going to the opposite side. Defense is flowing the same way, sneaking the running back out there on a wheel route. Has had a lot of success in recent years for Nicholas.
I was so used to seeing Nash just run the ball up the middle. I didn't know he was a wide receiver as well. Caught me off guard there, but it's what you want to see, right?
Showing some athleticism there.
Keeping the Spartans on their toes as it's 1st and 10. Now they're going to hand it off to Nash, and the Spartans all over that. He's still on his feet.
No whistle yet.
Yeah, he's still on his feet. And that shows Devin. That shows Nash all over. Never gives up. Never quits.
And that's what you want to see, especially from your running back, because like we saw in that situation there, whistle never blew. Half the guys on the field stopped as if the play was over. Nash continues to fight for every inch he can get.
That's a prime example when the coaches say go from whistle to whistle right there. Nash never gave up, and he picks up a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Ball at the 49, and Helms is going to look to
Flag
pass.
down.
Yeah, flag. Could be a free play for the Grizzlies. Another flag on the far side as well, and Helms is just going to kind of slide it down.
Probably
to
a good idea by Helms. There's multiple flags down. Take care of the football. Take care of yourself. Good idea.
Yeah. Don't need no injuries.
Let's see what the call is here.
They're discussing down there. Like we talked about, multiple flags, so there could be multiple penalties. We'll just have to wait and see as they all huddle up down there, making sure everybody's on the same page. And we'll get they're going to go and talk about it. So as there's 3:40 here for the Grizzlies, hopefully they can march the ball down here. It looks like they have it all. So it's going to be 3rd and 40, or 3:40 to go in this first half here. If the Grizzlies can pick up the first down, use all that time, get a touchdown. We've talked about it earlier with it being 0-0 going into halftime. If you can tie it up 14-14, then it's a new game. But here's the call down on the field.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation, offense. That penalty is declined. Holding, offense.
Yikes.
53. That penalty is accepted. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And that's not what you need if you're the Grizzlies.
So now we're probably looking at getting in a field goal range, have to make sure we have the ball in the middle of the field for Berkhammer to knock it in for 3 here. Still not bad considering we get the ball coming out of the half.
Yeah. 2nd and 19 now. Grizzlies have done a wonderful job of staying in front of the chain. And they're going to hand off to Nash. He's going to continue to fight. He's going to get it all back just about. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage. So now it brings up
progress is probably just about back to the original line of scrimmage, I would say.
It brings up 3rd and 10 now. And now if you're the Grizzlies, you're right back in business. It's 3rd and 10. You've been here a couple times before tonight. We've seen them be able to pass the ball, but we've also seen them be able to hand it off to Nash or Milam or even Kuiper and pick up just about the same like we just saw.
And like you've said, we've done it before, and let's hope we can do it again.
Be huge to get even 3 points on the board if you can.
Absolutely.
Going into halftime as there's 2:45 and winding here. So if the Grizzlies pick up the first down, then you got to take the clock into consideration how much time's left. You don't want to run out of time. Helms is going to look to pass. Another flag, yeah. It's going to be attended. for number 10, Brennan Smith. It falls incomplete. They're going back over to the Spartan sideline. So it might
Perhaps another
yeah.
illegal formation. Okay. So these illegal formation calls, if you're a little bit confused about those, usually most of the time, I mean, it's a penalty if you have 5 men in the backfield. So it could be a receiver that's not getting on the line of scrimmage. Perhaps one of our linemen is too far back. It depends. The referee's not specifying, so I just wanted to clarify that. It's probably either on one of our linemen or a receiver.
Like you said, not specifying, so we really don't know what player it's on. But Grizzlies are going to punt this ball away, and it's going to take a bounce.
Did it touch his foot?
They've not. They threw.
Oh, run into the end zone.
Yeah.
Late whistle there.
It may have hit his foot.
It might have.
Because they never blew it down, and they threw their.
Okay. Very frustrating there.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they might discuss. Okay, so
First touch might have been on the receiver there.
yeah,
But, I mean, we can't tell from this angle.
we
know
can't.
What I mean?
No, we can't.
Like Brad Anderson says, I guess I have my Grizzly
goggles. Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Brad Anderson.
And something we want to do here on SCTV, maybe not this year, but especially next year if we bring it back for year 2, get some replays. Now, I'm not saying we can help them out, right? We can't have official reviews, but for us, our sake,
for our own benefit,
we can look back at it. Unfortunately, we don't have that tonight, as we're going to get more. Is it timeout, or do we have a flag? I can't see.
Flag down on the far side.
Starting to get a little chippy here at the end of the first half.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Number 3. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
A lot of false starts here in the first half, Grant.
And when you have a game this close, you start to get a little antsy, ready to go. Make sure you're doing all your marks, and you just got to slow it down. Make sure you're doing everything right. As it's going to be now, if you're the Grizzlies, you have them behind the chains, 1st and 15. And this is when you want to make sure you have your pass coverage contained.
Yes, I was getting ready to say secondary has to stay on their toes here. We know Hamrick has an arm, so we've given up a big play before here, and I believe that's what Greenbrier East may utilize here.
So it's 1st and 15. As Hamrick's going to look to pass, and he's going to have a receiver open. It's number 23, Burdette, and they're going to pick up about 7 yards there. So now it's 2nd and 8, so you now have it in that 2nd and medium range. You can kind of do whatever. You can run the ball or you can pass the ball if you're East. But if you're the Grizzlies, so just to contain the passing game there, you could have given up. You had that penalty, you could have given up 5 yards or whatever. They kind of did that there. Now you got to make sure you're hitting your marks.
Play a little bit of prevent here. Not a bad play by Nutter. Would like to see him keep the receiver in bounds, however, not complaining.
Hamrick's going to look to pass once again.
He's looking deep.
Yeah, and he's going to have number 23, it looks like. Burdette once again, and it's going to be a first down. And maybe East knows that the Grizzlies are going to be all over Subtle, and now they're opening up Burdette.
Yeah, we're going to start to see these other receivers make plays here as the Grizzlies are king on number 3, Subtle, as far as the pass game goes. Grizzlies need to do a great job of containing the quarterback here. Do not allow him to stretch plays out because the longer our secondary has to cover, the harder it gets.
We're going to get some whistles here. And one thing I want to say is we have 1:43 to go in the first half here, is that if you're the Grizzlies, you can't let them score here.
Absolutely not.
And we're going to have more conversations down here.
If the Grizzlies do allow a score, we have to hope that it's only 3. That way we come out. I mean, we're still in this game regardless if the Spartans do get 6 here, but, I mean, definitely prefer 3 if they are going to score here.
So they're getting the clock all lined up here with 2 or 4 to go in the first half.
So originally 145, they put 204 back up.
And that's a big chunk of time, too, you know, if you're the
That's
Grizzlies.
a lot of time.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now. And Hamrick's going to get it complete to number 3, Subtle.
He's down in bounds, it looks like.
And, yeah, clock's going to continue to run. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6, it looks about now. And the Spartans are going to have to start to go quick here.
Yeah, absolutely. Spartans are going to have to start using some tempo here.
If you're the Grizzlies, you've got to expect the pass game to come, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And it's going to be just bobbled. You could see that number 7, Spencer Kuiper, saw it coming.
He was
and that would have
thinking
been huge.
6 right there.
He was. Just got through his hands, but now it brings up 3rd and 6. So you're starting to see now the Grizzlies stopping that passing game.
Absolutely. Could have had the interception there. However, still a great play on the ball by number 7, Spencer Kuiper.
So 3rd and 6, ball at the 47. And it's a big 3rd down here if you can hold him to 4th down here. Hamrick's going to look to pass, and he is going to have it's going to fall incomplete. Looks like maybe number 1, Stone, and it's going to fall incomplete. So now, do you think, if you're the Spartans, do you think you go for it here, or do you think you play it safe and punt the ball away? You have the lead with 90 seconds to go.
It's hard to tell.
It is.
90 seconds. 90 seconds. Grizzlies can score from midfield in 90 seconds, no doubt.
They can. They can. Well, we've seen them against Lincoln. We've seen them score in 5 seconds at the end of the first half. So
That's
never
a great
say
point,
never.
Grant. That's a great point.
So they're going to talk about it
Greenbrier
here.
definitely,
And I don't blame
definitely.
them for that. But, yeah, Lincoln game, we saw types of stuff happening.
Lincoln was a track meet.
It was the game of the year,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
say, for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely.
which we
Maybe in the state.
Maybe, yeah, especially with it being on Thursday night. You know what I mean? Most of the state watching. Only 4 games happening that night as
So Hamrick, I believe he can throw the ball 50 yards. Maybe if he gets a little bit more juice, he might be able to throw this inside the 10. But, I mean, Spartans don't need to go for it all here. They only need 7 yards, so it looks like they will be going for it.
yeah, and I was going to say one thing. If they did end up punting it, which it doesn't look like they're going to, the Grizzlies just need to get away.
Right.
Get away. We've seen that earlier.
Hamrick, I believe, is the punter also for
Yeah.
East as well as a quarterback. So.
Well, they're going to go for it here. Spartans are going to go for it here. And Hamrick's going to look to pass, and he's going to have number 3. They're going to he tripped him up. It's number 30.
So that's
like,
going to
yeah,
be
Keenan.
a 15-yard
Yeah.
penalty, automatic first down for the Spartans here.
And I know we can see more up here, right? But that ball didn't look like it was going to make it regardless. And it just looked like you tripped him up there, and that's what ended up drawing the penalty
And
there.
you hate to see a penalty thrown when the receiver doesn't have a chance to make the catch. I mean, I can understand it from a referee's point of view, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
they're,
I mean,
they're talking about it
as
down
a
there, but-
spectator, you just hate to see it with there being slim to no chance of making the catch there.
Oh.
Number 30, 10-yard penalty. First down.
So it didn't even
So
come down
they
to the
called
pass
it prior
interference.
to the
Yeah,
pass.
so
For that call, I mean, that was a fairly late flag.
yeah. Well, yeah, because that came after the
came
after the
the
throw
ball hit the
because
ground,
he threw
yeah.
it. It looked like it was when he fell down there. So
Interesting call
Yeah,
there,
very
to say the
interesting.
least.
yeah, we'll have to see. And it may have been, and you sometimes maybe see this in soccer too, but maybe it was one of those things that if you would have caught it, you wouldn't have called it, and then once you saw he didn't make the catch, you throw it. I don't know.
Right. And
Better off to be front off.
Similar
you know?
to basketball
Yeah.
with a lot of the and one calls.
And one calls, yeah. As Hamrick's going to look to pass. He is getting pressured. He's going to be brought
Great
down in the
play.
backfield by number 57. And
Looks like Ronan on that
Yeah.
play right there. Great job.
now you get him backed up here.
This is exactly what the Grizzlies need following that penalty. Ronan with a great job getting a hold of the quarterback, but also a great job by the entire Grizzly pass rush there, as you saw. Kept the QB contained, forced him to step up in the pocket rather than getting to the edge. Makes it a lot easier to get a hold of him.
So now it brings up 2nd and long here for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are doing a great job of containing the Spartans now. By the way, they added 4 seconds, so it's going to be 1:15 on the clock now. And as we have some time here, it's been an unbelievable first season with SCTV. It's something that I'm so happy we've been able to kind of create here at Nicholas County High School, and with the community, Summersville letting us come and kind of partner up with SCTV. Sam does just a wonderful job of just bringing these broadcasts to life, and just been an unbelievable first year, as it's going to bring up 2nd and 16. Ball at the 48 as Hamrick's going to look to pass, and it's going to be just over number 1, it looks like, Stone. And it's going to bring up now 3rd and long here. Grizzlies starting to apply some pressure on this pass coverage.
Absolutely. It seems as if Hamrick is starting to feel that pressure. I believe he could have made that pass. However, when you got the defensive line in your face, I mean, it's hard to get that ball off, and we got to take full advantage of this opportunity we have here on 3rd and long.
That's one thing I'm going to say. The line doing a great job of applying that pressure on Hamrick as it brings up 3rd and 16. Hamrick's going to look to pass again. Grizzlies defense all over. Number 10, Brennan Smith, trying to bring him down. He's just going to get rid of it, as it's going to get complete to number 22. Godfrey's flag
down.
Looked like holding.
Let's
possibly.
hope it is holding, and I would say so, as Brennan Smith did a great job coming off the edge there, getting a hold of Hamrick, getting him down. Hamrick able to flick the ball to Godfrey. It looked like knee might have been down, but
what a way to get that! What a way to get that pass off of that.
That was great effort there.
Great pass by number 7, Hamrick. And I want to give a shout out to Brennan Smith. You know, what a way to fight there with the holding. It looked like from us. It might not be the call. We're listening down on the field.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Oh, wow.
15-yard penalty. First down.
Not the call we were anticipating, Grant.
Wow, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Who was it? Who did he say it was again? I didn't hear.
30, but 30 is Landon Keenan, who's 12 yards off the ball at the free safety spot, and the flag was thrown in the backfield. I'm assuming they got the number wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll have to go back once this
stream
hits and see if we can figure that one out.
Yeah, interesting call there. And it looked, like we said, shout out to Brad, had our Grizzly goggles on.
Yes,
but
Grizzly goggles on again, once again.
And now the Spartans marching down the field here, and this is something you can't have if you're the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are doing everything they can, just getting some penalties here late on them. It's going to be 1:02 to go. Hamrick's going to look to pass, and it's going to be incomplete.
Great job pressuring the quarterback once again.
Yeah, they're getting the pressure all over him here.
And I want to go back and talk about that face mask call, as it appears that it would have been on the QB hit. However, it looked like a low tackle. So I'm not sure where the face mask comes in, but, I mean, from our angle, it's hard to tell.
So I'm going to bring up 2nd and 10 here at the 26. Like you said, from our angle, we aren't experts, right? But it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 at the 26 here. Grizzlies, and this is when you're the Grizzlies, too. You got to stay focused here. You cannot let penalties get to you, as Hamrick, he's going to get pressured once again. He's going to get rid of it.
Nice job.
And this is what's happening. The Grizzlies defense is all over Hamrick here. As it looked like 17 Nash was the one that was there to initiate the contact, and it looks like 7 Hamrick shaking up on the play, something you don't want to see.
Nash and Ronan getting in there.
Yeah, Ronan's doing good tonight. So it brings up 3rd down, now 3rd and 10. And I would even assume this is 4-down territory as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know. You said that Hamrick is the kicker as well, or is it? No, he's the punter. So, yeah. So
this is where containing the QB is going to be huge here. Cannot allow him to escape the pocket and improvise.
Going to bring up 3rd and 10 Grizzlies trying to get a stop here as once again Hammer getting some pressure, and it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, no way.
Another late flag. And I'm telling
No way.
I'm telling you here too, they have been all over online on kind of grabbing them there as well.
So I'm assuming they're calling an illegal hit on Devin Nash there. However, it looked like a football play. I mean, I didn't see anything that would give any reason for a penalty there.
I'm just telling you, I don't know. I'm shocked. We'll have to listen. They're discussing down there. Maybe they'll pick it up.
I'm hoping they do.
Because, like you said, it looked like a football play.
I mean, you see that in almost any football game you watch.
Yeah. And these are pivotal calls, too.
Number 4. So
Carter
it
Meadows.
looked like 17 Nash.
I don't. If you're the Grizzlies here, you just got to shake this off. I know it's at this point when you're having these calls going against you, it's hard to kind of get caught in the motion.
So
but this is when you have to check all the boxes off. Make sure you're doing everything right.
Timeout, Grizzlies. It looks like Coach Morstan would like to discuss that call with the referees. Can't blame him, I'd say. I mean,
and this is too good. Just kind of get your emotions checked back. You know, sometimes when you have a call like that, it's easy to make a little comment to the official.
Right.
You can't have that. You know what I mean? And you can't have penalties built on top of this.
We need to figure out what exactly
happened.
We're doing wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know.
It's not just been that. There's been multiple penalties there in the
right,
stretch.
So we just got to figure out how to clean up our play here defensively. I mean, I love the aggression.
Me too.
I really do.
And you don't want that to go away either.
No.
You want
so
to
we
stay.
So we got to figure out what exactly it is that's getting these penalties so we can clean it up during the break, come out second half, and be dominant.
Yeah, and like you said, come out second half dominant, but it's also very important you don't let the Spartans score here. But as we've seen on this drive, Grizzlies holding them to third down here, something that you could take in the back pocket and save it for the second half as well. Hopefully that can carry over as well.
It's almost as if penalties have moved this Greenbrier East offense more so than the play.
Yeah.
So hopefully Grizzlies can clean it up here and get this stop.
And now I would maybe assume they're in field goal range. I'm not sure, but they're going to hand it. Sorry, excuse me. Hamrick's going to look to pass, and he's going to break through there, and he's going to get close to get in. And they're going to mark him, looks like, mark him short. With 37 seconds to go here. He gets out of bounds as well. The ball just inside the 1, and we've talked about this before. It's going to go back to the first game of the season against Oak Hill. Grizzlies' goal line defense has been unbelievable.
All season long.
All season long, too. And let's hope it can come in here, hold them here with 37.1 seconds to go.
Grizzlies definitely have a tremendous amount of experience in these situations. Let's see if it pays off.
And we've seen it multiple times, like you said, throughout the season, stopping them inside the 5-yard line. As it looks like they're just inside the 1. They're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey, and he did not get in. We've seen this before. And clock's going to continue to run here, and now you're going to get timeout.
So I think if the Grizzlies can force a 4th down, Greenbrier East will most likely go for the field goal. So it's just to play it safe.
Their third and final timeout of the half. So that kind of eliminates their kind of running option. You know what I mean?
Right.
That brings up second down. You got 24 seconds left here. If you're the Spartans, you could probably run the ball once. But if you run it up the middle and you get everybody on top of each other, that's hard to get that broken up and then put the ball back in play. So now, if you're the Grizzlies, you have exactly what you want here.
Right. And Greenbrier East coaching staff has to be really smart here. With no timeouts, you get this play coming up, and you either rush to get back on the ball and get another snap off, or rush to get your field goal unit out on the field and hopefully get the ball in the air through the uprights as the clock winds down.
So big 2nd and goal, and it looks like the ball once again is right at the 1 or just inside the 1 here.
I think we're going to see a tush push here.
Yeah, can the Grizzlies goal line defense come up with a big stop here? And it looks like he fell down. I don't think he got in. No, they're saying he got in. He got in. I don't know who was on the ball carry there. I think it was a quarterback keeper, and it was number 7, Hemrick, on the quarterback keeper. He gets in there. I think I saw the guy behind him pushing him get down on the ground there, so my apologies there. And that was a great execution by the Spartans. So it's going to attempt the extra point here.
Looking like they may be
considering
maybe they're
going
missing a guy.
Yeah, or
okay,
they're missing the
kicking.
football.
Okay.
And now we got a flag.
Oh, boy.
More penalty markers on the field.
Good ball. Delay game. Offense 7.
Okay.
5-yard penalty. It'll be assessed on the extra point.
All right.
So that's going to back
So,
them up.
Grizzlies, the last PAT attempt looked like they almost got to it. So
Back
the
up a
little
little
thing
bit.
about that is you see oftentimes guys with their hands up high trying to get the ball out of the air. It actually works better for you if you try to get that ball off the kicker's foot. You just got to be careful. Make sure you have your hands stacked. Otherwise, that ball might take a finger off.
Yeah, and you don't want to hit the kicker as well. It's number 2.
Right.
Obenmeyer on an attempt the extra point, and it is
And we were
blocked.
able to
yeah,
block it.
it's blocked,
Dead
and that's going to be, no good. And that is huge if you're the Grizzlies. Stop them on the extra point now. We've seen this so many times. We've seen it last night in the middle school game. Extra points matter.
Yes, we did.
We've seen it in the JV game earlier this week. This could be huge. And I want to go back. We talked about it a little earlier when Nicholas County played Lincoln a couple weeks ago. Same situation. The Lincoln Cougars went down and scored. Grizzlies went with about 5.8 seconds left, got a playoff, and scored a touchdown. They have the same situation here, a little bit more time, but it all started with the kickoff return. If the Grizzlies can get a kickoff return, put them inside the 35 to 40-yard line, then you're in business.
Yeah, and we've seen it before. Grizzlies have big play capability, which is what we're going to have to utilize here as there's only 18 seconds left on the clock. We also, I would say we need, unless the ball goes back in the end zone, we need to get a solid return here.
Yeah.
I would say get the ball to midfield would be best case scenario probably for us. I think we'd still be okay if we got it to the 35, 40-ish. I'm not sure how many timeouts we have left. You know, Grant?
I think maybe one more, but don't quote me on it. I think
Okay.
you have at least one more. But then you got 18.7 seconds, so you return the ball here. 10 seconds left. That's probably 2 plays left.
Maybe.
Take a shot
Yeah.
downfield. Hopefully you can catch it. Then take one more shot down the field and score the touchdown.
Yep.
But we'll have to see. It all starts right here on the kick as number 2, Jace Obenmeyer, is going to kick this ball away here with 18.7 seconds left. This has been a great game so far, Jackson.
Yes, it has. Very fun to watch.
And we're going to get it back underway here. And nice kick. It's going to be caught. The Grizzlies are going to return it here. And they're going to continue to fight.
Man.
Is it number, looked like 35? Yeah, number 35, Ian Nutter. You got 13.2. So 2 plays here. You also have a timeout as well. So you can call a timeout. Stop the clock as well. Plus the clock stops on a first down if you get it.
So if we can get, what's the ball, 25? So if we can get, I would say 15 to 20 yards here, maybe be looking at a Hail Mary situation, hook and ladder, perhaps even the flea flicker we saw against Lincoln.
And that happened from the 50-yard line. So you probably got to pick up about 25 yards. Yeah, 25 yards exactly, actually. So it all starts right here. And they're going to hand it.
Oh, no.
Hand it off. No, it was just stripped away. Was it stripped away?
Bobbled, so looked
bobbled,
like a
snapped,
reverse handoff to Kuiper. Bobbled the handoff. Spartans recover.
There's 6.3 seconds left here, and it's inside the 10. So if you're the Grizzlies, and now we have a little bit of chatter, but now if you're the Grizzlies, you got 6.3 seconds left. Obviously not what you wanted. but you hold them here. You get the ball back to start the second half. It's very pivotal here. I know that's not what you wanted, but it's very pivotal here if you can just hold them here, take it into the halftime 20-7.
Yeah, not what you want to see by the Grizzlies there. However, still a lot of football left. I mean, even if the Spartans do score here, we get the ball, we score. We get a stop, we score again. We're right back in this ball game.
6.3 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we're going to get more whistles. Timeout called by the Grizzlies. I like that.
Nicholas County. Their second out of the half.
Second timeout. So Grizzlies have another one,
Okay.
too. We talked about that earlier. So,
Correction, their third and final
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so now third and final. So you have
All
no more left, so that's not going to matter down the stretch. It's final 6.3 seconds going to play out. However it's going to play out, we don't know. But hopefully that we've seen the Grizzlies do well on the pass coverage. I'm assuming it's going to go in the air here just because you got 6.3 seconds left. East has no timeouts. Grizzlies have no timeouts. If you run the ball, it does you no good.
Yeah, I think you're right, Grant. Probably going to see the ball go in the air here. Maybe corner of the end zone, I would think, is typically what you see in this situation. Maybe even see a little reverse action, perhaps a little trickery from the Spartans here.
And we've seen great pass coverage defense by the Grizzlies, getting to the quarterback and Hamrick and applying some pressure. Can they do that and bring up a big sack here as well? As it's first and goal, ball just inside the 5 on the 4-yard line.
So it looks like they might run it here, actually.
And they're going to
play
no,
action.
they're going to look to pass, and it's going to be intended for number 5.
Eric's pass is
So
incomplete.
great play, great
Godfrey.
design by East there.
And you got one more play left here.
Great design by East. Just we say Lucas Milam making the play on the ball there.
No, number 5, Godfrey, was the intended receiver.
Okay, great play by the defense.
But I
there on
believe
the ball.
I believe 5, Lucas Milam, was the one that kind of brought the pressure, the pass pressure.
Lucas doing
and
a
they're
great job breaking that up. So Spartans
Going to look to
going to get 3 here. Ball in the hash. This could be tricky. Grizzlies did block the previous attempt.
That's what
High snap.
and it's going to be, now they're going to kind of trickery here. Number 3, Shuttle, and he's going to be brought down.
Excellent play by Carter Meadows.
Yeah,
there.
and that's how you want to end the first half as well. Grizzlies get some momentum right at the end. So your halftime score is 20 for Greenbrier East, 7 for your Nicholas County Grizzlies. So it's been an entertaining first half. Homecoming night. We have the homecoming court. We're going to crown a king and queen tonight. We'll get to that as soon as we can. Band's going to perform. But real quick, Jackson, what do you think the Grizzlies need to change at halftime?
So I think defensively there's not a whole lot that we're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Like that last drive the East had, I think penalties moved their offense
Yes.
more than play execution did. So I think tighten up the pass rush a little bit. Started to do that, forcing the quarterback to step up in the pocket rather than escaping around the edge. Offensively, I think we're not doing a bad job with controlling the ball, controlling the clock. I think if we can just continue to play within ourselves, let's not try to do anything crazy with the play calls or, spinning inside and getting, blown up by the linebacker, possible fumble, stuff like that. We don't need to happen. But, yeah, I think we just play it conservative, play it safe. We're not necessarily out of this ball game here. We get the ball coming out of the half. So, I mean, anything can happen. It's anybody's ball game.
It really is, and I probably should have said adjustments because, like you said, Grizzlies have been point from a defensive standpoint. So we're going to send it down to the field as your NCHS marching band takes it away for the halftime show.
Yeah. Get some pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the Nicholas County High School Homecoming 2025. Homecoming celebrates Grizzly pride and tradition, marking an exciting milestone for our seniors and a glimpse of what's ahead for underclassmen. Tonight, we're proud to present our 2025 homecoming court and crown this year's queen. The JROTC Wilderness Battalion will form a saber arch as the court enters the field. Representing the freshman class is Princess Cassidy Morse, daughter of Jeremy and Carol Morse, escorted by Hudson Bogus. The flower bearers, Kendall Barker and Ava Johnson. Representing the sophomore class is Princess Madison Burns, daughter of Matt and Jessica Burns, escorted by Ryan Dunlap. The flower bearers, Kenny Murphy and McKinley Stapleton. Junior maid of honor is Lucy Morrison, daughter of Chad and Rachel Morrison, escorted by Carter Hanks. Flower bearers, Hannah Daniels and Lily Swiger. Our senior candidates, Jenna Williams, daughter of Joe Williams and Angie McKinney, escorted by Trey Hatfield. Jenna is a member of Nicholas County High School volleyball team. Flower bearers, Presley Loss and Haley Murphy. Peyton Underwood, daughter of Dustin Underwood and Julie Kincaid, escorted by Braden Brown. The flower bearer, Ava Shelton. Madison Kaufman, daughter of Jenny and Adam Kaufman, escorted by Evan Prendergast. Madison is a member of the Nicholas County High School basketball team, as well as National Honor Society and and student council. The flower bearer, Jada Prime. Crown bearer tonight is Little Miss Grizzly, Harper Vickers. She is escorted by Little Mr. Grizzly, Jameson Skaggs. Nicholas County High School Principal, Candy Rapp. She is escorted by cheerleader, Maya Halstead. The vice principal, I believe, was just escorted. Julie Kaiser, she was just escorted by cheerleader Emma McClung. Our principal, Candy Rapp, is being escorted by cheerleader Amaya Hofstad. The cheerleaders will now present the ladies with their flowers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 2025 Nicholas County High School Homecoming Queen, Jenna Williams. Jenna will receive her crown from Principal Rapp and Vice Principal Kaiser. Congratulations to the Nicholas County High School 2025 Queen, Jenna, and all our court members. We would like to give a special thanks to the Daughtry Jewelers for donating the Queen's crown. Would you please stand as the Nicholas County High School Band leads us in the alma mater. Linda Hayes. Linda Hayes, please report to the track. Linda Hayes. We will continue our homecoming activities with Nicholas County High School Athletic Hall of Fame induction. Tonight, we will be inducting 2 members into the Athletic Hall of Fame, Jackson Reed and Paul Hayes. First, we would like to introduce Jackson Reed. Jackson is a 2017 graduate of Nicholas County High School. He participated in track and cross country throughout his 4 years at Nicholas County High School. In 2016, Jackson won 3 state champion titles at the West Virginia State Track Meet and 1 runner-up award, which led him to be awarded the 2016 Track Meet High Point Award. His times in the 800 meter, 1600 meter, and 3200 meter will stand as school records today. In the fall of 2016, Jackson also won the West Virginia State Cross Country Meet. After graduation, Jackson had the opportunity to run for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Shortly after leaving Alabama, Jackson joined the Navy. He received training in the special warfare community with the Navy, where he still serves today while pursuing a career in the medical field. Jackson is very thankful for the family, friends, and supporters he has had throughout life that have brought him to where he is today. Without Nicholas County and its people, he wouldn't be where he is today. Our next inductee is Paul Hayes. Paul is a 1989 graduate of Nicholas County High School. He played football at Nicholas County High School for 4 years. While at NCHS, Paul earned many all-conference awards, including All-Conference Honorable Mention in 1986 and First Team in 1987 and 1988 before being recruited to play football at West Virginia Tech. It was at Tech that he moved to the defensive side of the ball. One moment stands out for Paul during his career at Tech. West Virginia Tech had the opportunity to play Marshall University. Paul recorded a sack against young Byron Leftwich and recovered a fumble during the game. After 2 years at Tech, Paul transferred to West Liberty. At West Liberty, Paul set a single-season record for tackles for loss and quarterback sacks. Paul was team captain for 2 years and earned National Player of the Week honors several times. Paul continued his football career after college when he played in Europe professionally for several years. Paul remains in Europe working as a computer security specialist. Due to a work emergency, Paul could not be with us this evening. Here to receive his award is his mother, Linda Hayes. Miss Rapp and Miss Kaiser will make a presentation of the Hall of Fame plaque as well as a lifetime athletic pass to Nicholas County High School activities. Congratulations, Jackson and Paul. There has been a cell phone that has been lost, a cell phone that has been lost. If you have found that, could you please bring that to the press box, please?
Turn up. Check.
You ready? Welcome back to the second half of some high school football right here on SCTV. And Jackson, it has been an unbelievable first half of high school football so far.
Yes, it has. Solid play from both sides. Hoping to see the Grizzlies clean it up a little bit. Both sides of the ball. However, not a bad start.
So what are some of the things you think the Grizzlies talked about at halftime that they're going to adjust to start this second half?
So I think the biggest thing is, well, we talked about it before the break, the pass rush on the defensive side of things, containing the quarterback. Hamrick's done a great job so far. Once he gets outside of the pocket, he's very good at improvising, and his eyes stay downfield. So it's very dangerous. When a quarterback's moving around like that, the longer that your secondary has to cover those receivers, the more difficult for them it gets. So when you're able to put pressure on a quarterback, it makes all the difference.
What are some stuff you think the Spartans adjusted at halftime?
So Greenbrier East, I would say we've been able to pretty much have our way as far as running the ball goes. So probably going to see them stack the box. I would say 8 guys, I would say, in the box pre-snap. Makes it a little bit more difficult to read as far as pass game goes because you don't know who's going to leak out in coverage when you have the majority of the defense right in front of you. It just makes it hard to tell from the quarterback's perspective, you know. So, I mean, offensively, though, Greenbrier East having a decent game here, 20 points in the first half. So they're on track to have a 40-point game. You can't really ask for more from their offense.
So Jackson, how about we pull on our special guest here? I'm real excited for Johan to come on. So how about we go get him?
All right. Johan, let's go.
It's Johan, right? Alrighty, so we are now joined by Johan Villasenor, and we're getting ourselves situated here. So, Johan, how's it going?
Pretty good so far. Feels good to be back at Nicholas County. Play here tomorrow.
So, you excited for the game tomorrow?
Oh my God, I'm so nervous about it.
So
I'm
nervous?
So nervous.
Probably being back at home, people coming out and support, probably a little nerve-wracking.
Everybody's coming out, and then if I do my thing, I'll be fine. But like, it's just that extra set of nerves that you're back home, you're on a different team, you're playing at the college level, and then if I shank it, it looks bad. I just look like I didn't improve at all.
Jackson, you got any questions?
Well, I mean, you should be okay though. I mean, you put in plenty of field goals and PATs on this field here, Johan. Glad to have you back here. What's it like sitting in the stands watching the Grizzlies play rather than being down there on the sideline? How does that feel?
I remember my first game back was last year. I came to watch them play Shady Springs, I think, because my roommate was from Shady. It's just like watching the band play the fight song, everybody come out, and then you're just in the stands instead
It's
of being
weird,
on the.
isn't
It's
it?
so weird. It's like
It's nostalgic.
and like I get a little mad because like sometimes I'm like, I could have blocked him. I could have put a little bit more effort than that.
Could have
So-
tried a little bit harder a couple
Could
times.
have, yeah.
Well, we all go through that. It's just
Yeah.
part of it.
So,
Sometimes.
I'm sure you're ecstatic, like you said, coming back, being in the stands, watching it, to be back on the field tomorrow at your home stadium. I'm sure it's very special.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just curious, what's your daily schedule like as a athlete at Glenville State?
Well, I wake up. Depends if I have lifts Mondays and Wednesdays at I think it's 9. I have lifts. I wake up. I go to lift, and then I go to work. I work at the little gym in Glenville, and then I go to class until I think 2. Go back, get situated, and then I got practice 3:30 to 5:30, and then from there it's just homework. I got a hard semester this year class-wise, and then we're traveling every game
Every week, yeah.
every week. So I got to get as much finished before because I'm not at Glenville now. I have like I think 2 hours less than what I would have if we didn't have to travel every week. But at least I'm traveling at home this week.
Right.
So, we're going to get the second half underway here. Johan, feel free to stick around here for a little bit. We'll ask you some more questions as the game goes along here. But Spartans are going to kick this ball away. The Grizzlies are going to get the ball to start here as we get this second half back underway here. We are so excited everybody's sticking around on SCTV as we're back underway. And this ball is going to be punted, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback.
So just a fun fact for everybody tuning in. Johan here would have put that in the back of the end zone.
I was
wouldn't
going
you?
to say, yeah.
Yeah, in high school it got to a point where Coach Morris wouldn't tell me deep left anywhere. He just would tell me to kick it, and I'd go out there.
Yeah, but I mean, from what I remember, you're pretty consistent with those touchbacks. It took a lot of weight off the guys trying to run down the field and cover when it was pretty much automatic touchback.
I was also tired because I was a right guard in high school, so
Right.
I just got done with the drive, kicked the PAT, and then I'd have to run down and tackle a guy if it got through. So I kind of saved my own legs too.
Nash, ball carrier for 2 yards, brought down by the Spartans. Number 20,
Alrighty, so
Bland, and number 9, Sire Lee.
So we're going
Second and
to get a
8.
2nd and 8 here for the Grizzlies as ball is on the 22-yard line. As Helms is going to look to pass, and he's going to have number 30, Landon Keenan, and it's going to be just broken up by number 4 as flags come in here. Johan, what did you see there?
Yeah, that's PI. It was about as clear as you can get it. You know, I feel like if it wasn't, Landon would have caught that.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the call is here as we get confirmation down here on the field. Hopefully the Grizzlies can pick up the first down here with the penalty. And Jackson, this is something we saw at the end of the first half as well.
Yes, it is, and I like to see the aggression there on the play call, taking a shot downfield. I think Landon Keenan's the man to do it. With his length, being able to go up and high point that ball. Luckily, we got the pass interference call, so 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Let's keep it rolling.
So now the Grizzlies get a first down, and that's very big when you're able to pick up the first down from penalties here. They kind of are going to have some more momentum on their side as it's 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Nash, I believe, and he's going to lose about 1 yard there, so it's going to bring up about 2nd and 11.
Yeah, so Johan, what do you see from an offensive lineman perspective exactly? Like, there's been a couple plays where we've had that outcome in a play where Nash really doesn't get much positive yardage. What's typically the issue there as far as the O lineman?
Well, I'm not sure if like the run game changed due to the coaching change, but like for us, we would pull our guards every single time.
Right.
And you know, we were a young team. I think there's only 5 seniors on our team.
Yeah.
So like, we had a brand new O line. Some of us we didn't really call. We have a stay call in case there's somebody lined up in front of the guard, so we don't pull. And you know, us all being new, sometimes we didn't have the right call outs as the O line. That was a communication issue, but later in the season we fixed that up.
Okay.
Helms got a little bit of pressure there. He's going to lose a couple of yards, so now it brings up 3rd and 18 for the Grizzlies. I feel like the Spartans here on the defense has kind of found another gear to at least start the 3rd quarter.
They have
here.
found a groove here.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies need to put this ball downfield and get close to the line to gain. Helms is going to look to pass. He needs to get rid of it, get more pressure from behind, and he's trying to get rid of it, and he can. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. And Johan, is that one of those situations you maybe just throw the ball away as a quarterback?
Yeah. You know, you can only block for so long. You can only block for so long. They're giving him as much time as they can. Occasionally, if you're out of the pocket, there's no intentional grounding. It's the smart play to throw the ball away.
But you got to be careful there. You know what I mean? Not to just throw it up and let that ball get to where it could be intercepted there. But it just kind of hurts you when you lose more and more yards.
Yeah.
And I know it doesn't look like much because you're putting the ball away, but when you lose 5 yards, it backs up your punt unit 5 yards, right?
Yep.
So Burkhammer going to kick this ball away, and it's a bad snap. It's going bad for the Grizzlies here. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Spartans inside the 10.
So, Johan, one of the things about being back and watching these games is like when you see plays like that where it seems like the Grizzlies are struggling, it just kind of makes you want to suit up and go out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you were my long snapper and I was the punter. Thankfully, I didn't have a bad snap punting wise, but there's sometimes where I drop the ball. Thankfully, I got all of them off, but it's just one of those things where you're like, you know,
it happens.
Give me one more play.
Right.
So how do you deal with that as a punter? You said you never had no bad missed snaps, but as a punter, how do you deal with that?
I might have messed up a snap or two here and there, but we made it work. But yeah, Grant.
Those bad snaps, you're not.
Number 22
And the
here. Godfrey's going to get in for the touchdown here. So Spartan's going to take the lead here. But go ahead, Johan.
Yeah, those bad snaps, you're not really expecting a bad snap. You know, you want the operation to go all good. But when you do that, you're unprepared. You don't know how much time you have in case you can pick up the ball and punt it. But right there's somebody right there. The best he could do is fall on it.
Yep, definitely the smart thing to do by Burkhammer. It's just unfortunate in the field position we were in.
So now it's going to be for the extra point here, and it looks like they're going for 2 to get that blocked field goal from earlier back on the board, and they're going to hand it off, and they're going to get in.
Looks like he got it,
Yeah, and now it's going to be
And the
28
Spartans got free
to
is in
7
for the 2-point
for the
conversion.
Spartans, and now the Grizzlies are going to get the ball back here with 9:05 to go in the second quarter.
Grizzlies need to get the offense rolling here. Came out a little bit flat there the first possession. Need to get something going here. Like I said earlier about field position, we need to get a good return here, and hopefully we can get the ball rolling.
So we're coming to kickoff here, Johan. So as a kicker, how do you kind of decide where to place this ball here?
Well, I think we're running one returner, so like the best position to kick it is anywhere away from him, because as like the past couple kickoffs have all been touchbacks because they've all been deep right. It looks like we're running a 2 returner right there, but just you want to keep the ball in
Back
between the
deep
numbers
to
and the
receive the
hashes in
kickoff
a perfect
for the Grizzlies.
kick.
Number 35, Ian Nutter. Number 5.
So number 35, Ian
Lucas Milam.
Nutter, and number 5,
Kicking for the
Lucas Milam back
Number
deep
2.
for the Grizzlies.
Jace.
Griffin Milam made a
Overline.
lot
I
of plays in
know.
the middle school game last night, by the way.
It messes with me when you go from high school JV to middle school
quick
and now high
turnaround.
school. It is quick turnaround. Apologize, but yeah, like you said, shout out to Griffin. But Lucas back deep for the Grizzlies. Number 2, Jace Obenmeyer going to kick this ball away, and number 5, Lucas Milam is going to return this ball here, and he has a little bit of space to try to make something happen, and he's going to be brought down about the 27-yard line.
So, Johan, I got a question for you. I've never been in the position before, but as a kicker on kick returns,
For the Grizzlies, returns
what's the
that
feeling
kickoff for a
when you're looking at the guy
29-yard
returning the ball,
return.
you're playing the safety
First
as far as
and 10
coverage
for the
goes?
Grizzlies
What's going
at
through
their
your mind
very
as you're
own
watching that
inside
return
their
take place?
29
So the
yard
first ever time where I had somebody like break the line and it was me and him was my junior year against Midland Trail. Cody Harrell
Oh, yeah.
took the squib kick, ran it to the right, got past everybody, and it was me and him. I was crabbing myself there
You
for
got
a
it, though,
second.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, he did a little stutter step, so I kind of got up. I lost my footing, but if I kept running, I could have killed him. Thankfully, I pushed him out of bounds. I'm still yet to have a kick
You
return
did your
on
job. Yeah. I don't think
barely.
you allowed a return, did you?
me. Nah, I still haven't.
Good. And you got the aggression down, though, playing O-line and stuff, so you won't have a problem with that.
This might be bad to say, but my senior year, I was kind of hoping that maybe 1 or 2 would go by so I could smack the kid.
All right, we got some extra curriculum
Yeah,
down here.
yeah, pass attempted for number 8, Briar Odell. There is a flag. Well, it looks like it maybe.
Did they wave it off again?
Well, that or he pointed towards the Grizzlies. So now I'm concerned. I'm not going to say anything with what the calls we've seen tonight.
Legal procedure.
Okay. Get down.
Legal procedure.
Yeah. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Penalties declined. If you're the Grizzlies, you've had some penalties that's kind of put some bumps in the road, and it's kind of hard to overcome those. They did it very well the first, I would say, 18 minutes of the first half, and then ever since, both sides have been a little chippy. But we're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to get up the middle and fight for the outside, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards there. Going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Good vision by Nash there on that run, making the right.
Nash, the ball carrier. Tripped up
So,
on the
Johan,
play
did
by
you
the
just
Spartans,
kick, or
number
what other
9,
positions did you play?
Sire Lee.
In high school, I was my
up
senior year. I
6
just
yards, making third
my junior
down
year I just
and
kicked. My
4.
senior year I was right guard. I played D-line. I was a punter, and I kicked. So I had a lot of responsibilities my senior year, and then going from all that to going to your freshman year of college and just being the backup kicker at the time, it's definitely a huge change.
It's a tough transition.
Yeah.
Number 17, Nash on the carry, and he's going to get brought down by multiple defenders. He's going to pick up about
Nash, the ball
3. He's going to bring up
again.
4th and 2 here. So
Stopped by a
I would
host of
assume the Grizzlies
Spartans,
kind of have to
bringing
go
up
for it here.
4th down.
Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, Grizzlies, it's make or break at this point. We got to
4th
find a
down
way to
and
climb
2.
back into this game. With 4th and short and with the field position we have, not a bad decision. I mean, Grizzlies, we have gotten stops on defense. You know what I'm saying? We've almost forced turnovers here and there. So I like this call here.
Yeah, it's you need to pick up the first down here, go down and score before the quarter's over
Absolutely.
to put yourself in position.
We got to get going here.
And hopefully they can pick up the first down here. It looks like they jumped again.
Draw them off sides.
They've not
No penalty.
called it, and now we get a flag late over here. They jumped twice. It looked like from my angle.
Okay.
Prior to delay game, timeout, Nicholas County.
We have a flag
Their first
down.
timeout.
Well, I think it was delay games what it was.
Okay, that makes sense because he has vehicle
Yeah.
clock. Okay.
And now, yeah, they're waving off. He's waving off the flag. I just don't understand. You see him jump twice there. I don't understand. Maybe we had our Grizzly goggles on. We've said that multiple times tonight, but
Perhaps.
it's been interesting. So, Johan, you said when you talked about how you went from kicking your senior year, then going to being the backup kicker as a freshman. It's crazy once you get to that college level about how it's just one role, and then there's so many of you guys.
Yeah. I got there and it was just Brody Lehman. He's the starting right now, and then the next day they brought in a super senior. He was D1 from UMaine, and that moved me down to the third string kicker, and you only travel 2.
Right.
It's pretty demoralizing, but thankfully. You also don't get a lot of opportunity just being a third string kicker.
As a freshman, too.
As a
it's hard.
freshman. Thankfully, I took advantage of the opportunities I was given.
Right.
And, I ended up getting the starting job week 2 and then got on the travel roster.
Big 4th and 2 here for the Grizzlies as Helms are going to look to pass here, and they're going to have number 5, Lucas Milam, wide open, and he's going to make
Great
the catch.
play
That's
call.
exactly what the
Great
Grizzlies
play
need
call.
there. Oh, are they saying?
He was down.
Yeah, saying the ball was down. Okay, he was down. I was worried the ball maybe would have came out there. Something would happen. But 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. That's exactly what you needed right there.
Absolutely, and great design there by the Grizzlies on that play.
So, Johan.
Johan, we're going to talk a little bit more about that transition from high school to college. Let's see what happens with this play here. Nash getting maybe 2 yards. That's all you need. Only need 2.5. So
Nash, the ball
it's a
carrier,
constant
brought down by the
competition
Spartans,
once you
number
get to
6,
that collegiate level.
Braden
isn't it?
Brown, and
Yeah,
number 9,
week 2
Tyre Lee.
Week 2 I got
Picking
the starting.
up
Week 2 I got the starting kicking job, and
3
then
yards on the play, making
I
it
guess I got it
2nd
taken
and
week 3 and
7.
4. It's just a constant competition, especially with 3 kickers that are like all pretty brand new.
Right.
I ended up getting the secure kickoff position by like week 5, and ever since that I've had the opportunity to kick.
Grizzlies pick up 3 yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 7, and they're going to hand it off. It looks to be Nash, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards there.
Yeah, so Johan, I mean, you can start one week, show up to practice Monday, and lose that starting job. Is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nash, the ball carrier,
and the thing is,
once again,
the
brought
coaches
down by
won't
the
tell you. It
Spartans,
just kind of happens.
Number
Right.
9, Tyre Lee,
And
and number 3.
The thing is, my first collegiate kick, I kicked a touchback.
Right.
And for week 2, I only kicked once. It was a touchback. We lost to Lockhaven that week. So after kicking a touchback, you assume you're playing the next day.
Right.
No, Monday came around. I was back to 2nd string. It's just it's a constant competition.
You go from a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond.
Right.
Huge pond, and then you have so much depth everywhere.
Grizzlies are going to hand it off again. They're going to get up the middle, and now it brings up 4th and about 5. Big 4th down here coming up for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely. And it's almost like
Nash, the ball carrier,
NIL
wrapped up at the
and the
line there by
transfer
the
portal,
Spartans,
college
number
football is
65.
almost more of a business now, wouldn't you say?
Jackson
1,000% more of a business, and like you have so much scholarship money, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't work hard, what's it to you?
Right.
And then you got players who don't have much talent, but they work hard, and it's just a talent issue.
Grizzlies pick up 1, brings up 4th and 4. Helms is going to look to pass. Very big 4th down. He's going to have to get rid of it, and he's going to get it past the number 5, Milam, and he's going to get in. That was a play that went discombobulated, but the Grizzlies make a touchdown out of it.
Looked like a play
And
if there
Helms
was a
scores the
Harlem
touchdown
Globetrotters
pass to
football
the
team.
Grizzlies,
Perhaps
number
that might
5,
have been
Lucas
something they would
Milo.
draw up. I mean,
41
get it however you can
yard
is what I say
touchdown.
right there. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take all we can get.
I was worried there, you know what I mean? Because you saw both of those receivers going for that ball there.
Looked like it might have been a sack.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been 3 different things.
Yeah.
But a touchdown comes out of it for the Grizzlies as Burkhammer is going to attempt the extra point here. And it's going to be up, and it's going to be good. And that is very huge because you keep this
And
game
that
at a
extra point
2-possession
by
ball
Burkhammer
game.
is good.
So with 4:38 to go
4:38
in
the
the
quarter.
third quarter, your
The
score,
Spartans
Spartans 28,
Nicholas
your
Grizzlies
Nicholas County Grizzlies
14.
14. And now if you can go and hold them here and get the ball to start the fourth quarter, now you're in business.
Absolutely. Grizzlies with a huge opportunity here to climb back in this game. So, Johan, how are you feeling? So, what's the process like with Glenville and technically your home games, but you're on the road, travel, hotels, stuff like that? What's that whole process like?
So, our home away from home games, they're all within an hour. So we leave the day of.
Okay.
And but I think first week 2 and 3 we went all the way to up north in PA, Millersville and Lock Haven. Those were all 7.5 bus hour drives. So
Away games.
yeah, you do that, and then you come back, and you're supposed to be at home, but you still have to drive another hour.
Get back on another bus. Yeah.
And
Kicking for the
how do you deal with that as a player?
Grizzlies,
Because
number 48,
I'm sure that gets mentally
Burkhammer.
exhausting, you know what I mean, with every game kind of being an away game.
Honestly, for me, it's not as effective because obviously I'm playing on my home field, but I
Yeah.
feel bad for like the seniors that we have, especially
Back
like
for
our
the
starting
Spartans,
quarterback,
number
him
3,
being
Nate
from
Suttle,
Michigan.
number 4.
You know, he's not familiar with any of this.
Yeah.
He's just from Glenville to senior year, and he's not getting to play at all.
48 Burkhammer's going to kick this ball away.
Great kick.
Yeah, it's a great kick. They better get on it. And
Man.
number 1, Stone, gets on it, but that was a helter-skelter kick
That
there.
was a perfect kick, just not quite enough speed on the sideline over there for the Grizzlies.
But I'm glad you brought that up, though, Jackson, about how it's working out this year with Glenville State, with every game being kind of a road game but a home
Stone
game.
recovered
So
that ball for the
next
Spartans that kicked
tomorrow
off
is a homecoming game for you guys.
their
So
very own
what kind of made them select
34-yard line.
Nicholas Memorial Stadium to be that homecoming game?
I believe it's because it's kind of in the middle between Concord and Glenville.
Right.
But I'm not sure if there's like a specific reason why they chose it.
Timeout.
But at least
Nicholas
for
County.
me, it's convenient.
Right. Yeah, are you
Their
going to
second
be sleeping
timeout of
in
the
your,
half.
in your own bed tonight, or you got to go
Oh
back
no,
up?
I got to travel with the team,
Back up
do
to
everything with the
Glenville.
team.
Wow, okay.
So timeout called by the Grizzlies. They're going to talk it over here. I'm sure it means a lot, Johan, coming back home tomorrow. We talked about it, all the fans being in the stands, supporting you, your whole high school career, now your college career. I'm sure it means a lot to you.
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, we had a super young team, only five seniors, I think 3 juniors. So most of my team that I played with is still playing. And, you know, the same crowd I played with, and it's our homecoming game. So a lot of Glenville students are going to pop out, hopefully have a good homecoming game, come out with the win.
I'm sure people have been excited to see you tonight, recognizing you. And it's always good to see a former Grizzly go on and have success. And you're seeing it right now with Johan.
Yeah, excited to have you back, Johan.
Appreciate that.
Love running behind you in high school, senior year.
Tried my best.
I knew I could trust you to get the block.
First and 10 for the Spartans as the ball is on the 34. They're going to hand it off to number 22, I believe. Yeah, number 22, Godfrey. He's going to pick up about 4 yards there. Well, Johan, thanks for stopping by. It's been a real
I
pleasure.
appreciate you guys having me. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Johan. Great having you back, buddy.
I'll see you guys tomorrow, though.
See you tomorrow, brother.
See you tomorrow.
Picking up 4 on the play, making it second
Always
down
good to have a
and
conversation with Johan. Just it's so cool to see a former Grizzly go on and have great success.
Yeah, it is. And, man, Johan and I,
as number 22, Godfrey's going to continue to fight for it here. And looks like the fans wanted to say he was down there, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Johan and I became super tight our senior year. I was running the ball. Johan was playing on the O-line. He was my favorite lineman to run behind. I knew I could always count on him to do his job and get the block. Also had the connection with the long snapper and the kicker, so Johan's a good friend of mine.
So you guys had great chemistry over the years.
Yes, we did.
As they're going to pass it to number 3, Subtle, and it's flagged down. I didn't see where it's at. Right there on the Greenbrier East sideline here. You know, this game's not over yet here, and this is a game I think we came into. We thought the Grizzlies could compete, and they're doing just that, and we're seeing it right now as we're going to get more whistles. The clock kind of kept running there. They'll probably add some more time on.
A little bit of confusion here with the clock.
So they'll get that figured out on top of the flag. We'll see what the flag is on here. We'll listen down to the field.
Holding. Offense, number 23. Take up penalty. Still first down.
So that helps out a lot. Helps us.
Let's reset the game clock to 3:22.
3:22.
Okay. So
And that helps out the Grizzlies a lot, too, getting these 20 seconds-ish back on the clock. It's more like 15. But now it's going to bring up 1st and about 15. And the Spartans getting ready to go. They're going to pitch it back to number 22, Godfrey, and he is going to be brought down right around the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 12. And big, I feel like kind of series here if you're the Grizzlies. If you can get a stop here, it makes a very big difference getting the ball back here, holding them here. But we've also seen it before as well, not getting penalties called on you down the stretch.
Right, and I think this drive here specifically has huge implications for the rest of this game.
So it's going to be 2nd and 12, ball on the 49-yard line. And they're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey again. He's going to run up the middle, and it's going to be brought down once again. They're starting to kind of get the run game going here. Grizzlies are still containing because you're seeing it here, backing them up. Grizzlies using that yardage they can play with. Now it's 3rd down. You have to now have all your boxes checked here because if they get a 1st down here, then you have to start the process all over again.
Right, and Godfrey catching some fire here on the ground. However, I think East is going to utilize the pass game. Yeah. Hamrick have to contain the quarterback here.
Watch the pass to Subtle here as it brings up 3rd and 5.
We got a one-on-one here at the bottom of the screen, too.
They're going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 23, Burdett, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 East.
And great yards after catch there by Burdett.
So East marching down the field here. I still think the Grizzlies can hold them here. I think you could force a field goal or maybe even get a block here and make it. But I feel like if East can go down and score here, then it's going to make the job, getting the back to the lead a little difficult for the Grizzlies.
Right.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 28. They're going to hand it off once again to number 22, and he's going to continue to fight up the middle. Godfrey's going to continue to fight and brought down by multiple Grizzlies there. And this is one thing we saw in the first half, you know what I mean? Saw the Grizzlies stopping the run game, but kind of not being able to execute on the passing game. Now we're starting to kind of see East getting the running game going and the passing game going.
And I think East being able to establish their run game here in the second half is helping their offense tremendously, whereas kind of slow moving the ball in the first half, but Godfrey being able to pick up these yards on the ground is helping them tremendously.
So 1st and 10 at the 15. They're going to hand it off to Godfrey once again. He's going to continue to fight. The Grizzlies are going to bring him down about at the 6-yard line. So now it's going to be, they're saying he's short, so it's going to be 3rd and
Spencer Kuiper and number 10, Brennan Smith.
It's going to be 2nd and 1, excuse me. And now you're starting to get to this point to where we've seen in the past this goal line defense come into effect.
Definitely getting into the goal line defense here with this 2nd and short, as they are inside the 10-yard line as well.
Going to give it off to number 23. It looked like Burdett, and he's going to, or correction, number 22, A.J. Godfrey, and he's going to get in for the Spartans touchdown. So Grizzlies go down and score. Spartans go down and score. Your score as of right now, 34-14 with 44 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. And now if you're the Grizzlies, now it's going to start to become a little bit of crunch time.
Absolutely. Got to get this ball back and score quick.
So number 2, Jace Obenmeyer is going to attempt the extra point. A little bit of a bad hold there, but he's going to get up and through. I thought the Grizzlies maybe could have had a chance there to block it, but great job by Jace Obenmeyer to get that ball through the upright. So 35-14 your score with 44 seconds to go here. Now if you're the Grizzlies, this is when you got to kind of go into that 2-minute drill. I'm going to kind of, like, not, you're going to have to speed it up. You can't take your time getting down the field.
Definitely going to need to play with some tempo here as time winds down in the 3rd quarter, as we're going into the 4th quarter, down 3 scores. So definitely going to need to utilize the tempo offensively. Defense, we have to get stops. We can't afford to allow East to take a methodical drive, take time off the clock, as we need all we can get.
I think East is hitting that point in time to where they're starting to get in the groove. They're starting to settle in. They're starting to get in the groove, and you're starting to kind of see that now with them kind of taking control of this game on the defensive side of things, but then also the offensive side of things.
Yeah, and I think, obviously, I think one of their biggest halftime adjustments was between the O-line and Godfrey, and we're starting to see that take action here as Godfrey. That last drive was almost all Godfrey there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. It was all Godfrey, and that's the thing you're starting to see is when you're able to make the pass game to settle. But you can tell the Grizzlies have kind of shut him down a little bit, but even Burdett, and then like having Caden Stone, and then Godfrey have all these different weapons you can use that you're really hard to beat, and that's
Right.
what you're seeing tonight. As number 2, Jace Obenmeyer is going to kick this ball away, and it's going to be returned by number 5, Lucas Milam, and he's going to try to fight for the outside here. He's not going to get it. Brought down by number 23, Burdett, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies.
All right, so offensively here, only 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, so not necessarily any need for rush right now. Just need to make sure that we can secure a 1st down. Looks like a double set for the Grizzlies here, probably putting the ball in Nash's hands, I would say.
Yeah, 1st and 10. And they are going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to fight up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards, it looks like. So bring up a 2nd and 5, and now you can maybe take a shot downfield if you're the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I like that call. And it looks like the Grizzlies may take this to the quarter as the time's ticking away, 13, 12, 11,
I would like
10.
to see them get one more play off here, especially where you're down. It looks like they're going to try to go for it here. You got 5 seconds, though. They're going to get the play off. They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to pick up a yard. And I like that, going nice and conservative, as that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Spartans lead 35-14 as we're entering the 4th quarter here now. It's starting to become crunch time. You know, if you're the Grizzlies, you're still in reach, but how do you make the most of this 12 minutes coming up?
So we got to score. We got to score quick. Grizzlies we have to force a 3 and out. We really can't afford to give up any 1st downs as we go into the 4th quarter here. Grizzlies are going to have to play a great brand of football in the 4th quarter if we want to pull this comeback off.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies have done very well tonight on the offensive side of things early. Defense was very well. early in that whole first half. Offense was great the whole first half. Now you're starting to see East settle in. On the defensive side of things, can the Grizzlies pick up a very important first down here to keep this drive alive?
And Greenbrier East playing very good defense, specifically in the box. I mean, really, they've really shut down Nash here in the second half. And getting after the quarterback, I think we got away with one that passed to Lucas Milam. But East doing a very good job in the box.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, we talked about ever since the Lincoln game, you can kind of assume everybody's going to try to shut down Nash. But
Yeah.
You just keep seeing him prevail, and that's what you want to see. As Helms is going to look to pass, he needs to get rid of it quick, and he's going to, and it's going to be intercepted by number 1, Stone, and it's going to be 1st and 10 East. And we talked about it earlier with Johan on, and we talked about how throwing that ball away, but not throwing it away to where it can be picked off, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and I think Helms, he's doing the right things as trying to evade the pass rush. I think he can step up in the box a lot more often rather than trying to get to the edge. It's difficult when you're throwing on the run, especially in that situation, trying to get one off across his body, spins around. The edge defender from the other side's right there on him. Very difficult situation. But when you step up in the pocket, you at least get another half second to a second to make a read, find an open guy, and chuck it downfield.
So 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies at the 38-yard line. Or, excuse me, the Spartans. And they're going to hand off to number 22, Godfrey, and he's just going to continue to march. And look how many Grizzly defenders it takes him.
Five guys.
Yeah, 5 guys, yeah. That's my favorite hamburger chain, 5 guys, right?
Yeah.
But now it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Spartans, and they've gotten Godfrey going.
This
second half
has been all Godfrey.
And that's one of the adjustments they've made, right?
Yeah.
They knew the Grizzlies were going to try to shut down Suttles, and they've done that, but with that, it's opened up the running game to Godfrey, and that's exactly what happened. And if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? And they just keep handing it off to.
And that's all they have to do.
And that's all you got to do, yeah. So 1st and 10 at the 26, and they're gonna pitch it to number 22, Godfrey. Once again, he's gonna get tripped up there, but continuing to fight. Looks like he picks up about 7 yards.
Greenbrier East being very conservative with their offensive play calls. And like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Seen a lot of Godfrey here in the second half. He continues to get solid yardage. I think we're going to continue to see that here. I mean, Greenbrier East really, they're in no rush. They have no need to switch anything up, so probably going to continue to see Godfrey here on the ground.
And this is when you're like East your head, you start to use some clock, right?
Yep.
Play
absolutely.
clock, you got 10 seconds left, just winding it down here. And you don't want to get too clock management, but you just take your time, make sure everything's set up, don't make mistakes, and that's what you can do when you have the lead. They're going to hand it off to Godfrey again, and the Grizzlies are going to stop them. So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards here.
And that's a dream situation for, offense and defense, because the offense, when you're up 35-14 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, it really takes the weight off your chest. You don't have to necessarily worry as much as just go out there and play. Defensively, same deal. Really, your only concern is just keeping the offense in front of you. Really just being able to just relax in the fourth quarter is huge for a team.
Yeah, and then you can, when you have a lead like this, I'm assuming probably after this drive, you probably sub in some of your younger players. Yeah, they're going to keep it with Hamrick, and he's going to be fighting.
Might have been short.
Yeah, it looks like they're marking him short. So now it's 4th and 1. I would assume you would probably go for it here, short. You could kick it here, but you're on that far hash side. It's probably a difficult kick. But 4th and 1 at the 19-yard line. You're right there on the ball. It's at the 16-yard line-ish. But it's 4th and 1, though, and if you can stop them here, you get the first down. Maybe you can go down, score quick, and then then you can try to onside kick it. We saw the Grizzlies get that early to start the game off, and then you get the ball back. Then you're in business. But East chewing up all the time. They're going to hand off to number 22, Godfrey. He's going to get the first down and more. And he's going to be brought down or pushed out of bounds by, I believe, number 30, Landon Keenan. And he's going to get the first down.
Probably could have guessed that ball was going to Godfrey there.
Yeah, he's absolutely dominated the second half. And it's going to be first and 10 at the 11, so you can pick up a first down as well. And this is like we talked about, when there's 8:39 to go, you can just run that clock, manage everything to a T, and it's going to be first and 10 for the Spartans now. They're getting everybody set up there, and they're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey, once again. He's going to fight for the outside, and it's going to continue to be brought down by a couple of Grizzlies there. So now it's going to be second and about 5.
Greenbrier East in no hurry at all. Taking the play clock down below 10 seconds every time, I think that's a very smart move. Really just, like we've been saying, playing conservative and just being able to relax. And the atmosphere's kind of changed, Grant. You can almost feel it. It's kind of deflated almost.
Yeah,
you can see the intensity is kind of disappearing from the game here. But kudos to the Greenbrier East team tonight.
Yeah, the crowd, you can tell, is kind of just very quiet. They're going to hand it off to number 22, number 23, excuse me. No, number 22, Godfrey. And he's going to be brought down by the 17, Devin Nash. Going to back him up. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now, as the ball is on. Ball right on the, looks like the 7-yard line, or 8-yard line, excuse me. So now you have 7:30 to go. Clock's ticking. Going to continue to run here. 3rd down. I would assume you're in that range, especially with the ball being right smack in the middle. You could kick the field goal here.
It looks like they brought in number 1, Caden Stone, and number 4, Green. Probably might be putting the ball in the air here.
That's exactly what they're going to do, and they're going to get complete to number 3, Shuttle, and he's going to be short of the line again. Now it brings up 4th down here. This is what you need if you're the Grizzlies to get the ball back.
And it looks, okay, we got another change of personnel here by East. I don't see the kicker.
Yeah, well, you're on that 4 hash, too. I feel like that'd be a hard kick to kind of kick.
So
and we've talked about this earlier, too, real quick, Jackson. Grizzlies' goal line defense making a great stand here.
Right.
Inside the 5, inside the 10, they've been unstoppable.
4th down, 4th and short. I mean, you either score or get a first down. It's a win-win. Ball probably going to number 22, Godfrey here, I'd say.
Yeah, watch it to go on the ground to 22, Godfrey. And they're going to hand it off to Godfrey, and he's going to be brought down behind.
Who is that?
The line again, number 4.
Carter Meadows.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. They're not done yet.
Carter Meadows with a great read there, shot the gap, made the play in the backfield. That's what you want to see from your linebackers. I mean, that's a great play there.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies inside the 10. It's going to be about right at the 5-yard line here. And if you're the Grizzlies, you got to take some shots downfield. You got to go quick.
Yeah, I mean,
you got 3 touchdowns in 6 minutes.
Just over 6 minutes here. I mean, if you want a chance to win this game, ball's got to go in the air. Switch it up. You got to run it to get the play action pass. So
Helms is going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 30, Landon Keenan.
I don't think he possessed that ball.
Or did he not? Yeah, they're ruling him incomplete now. So now you got 6:11 on the clock. You got to score about a touchdown every 2 minutes.
So yeah, you got to put the ball in the air here. Now Greenbrier East can easily just drop 8 in coverage, but you got to keep them honest. So occasional run here, set up a play action pass just to get a little bit, perhaps a miscommunication in the defense here. However, Grizzlies do need to put the ball in the air.
2nd and 10, excuse me, at the 5. And the Grizzlies are kind of backed up deep. You can't kind of go in the end zone. You got to be careful not to get a safety, as that's what just happens to Helms. He needs to get rid of it as he's being chased. He's going to take it himself and pick up close to the 1st down marker. That was nice by Helms just to take it himself. And he's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Difficult situation there for Helms. I mean, he had 2 defenders right behind him. It's hard. You can't see the defenders. So when you know you're bringing that ball back to your ear and you can't see what's behind you, I mean, you really just got to tuck it and go.
Yeah, and now it's going to be third and about 2 yard line or 2 yards to go here for the Grizzlies. A big third down here to keep the chains moving and keep this ball moving up the field. They're going to go under center to Nash, and he is going to get the first down and more. So now it's going to be first and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Yep.
And that's what you need to keep this clock stopped on the first down, to keep this ball moving down the field here as you got about 5 minutes left.
Grizzlies taking 1 minute to get the ball 10 yards there. Just we got to keep it rolling. I mean, that's the only thing we can hope for.
Helms is going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 5, Lucas Milam, and he's going to be brought down by number 1, Stone. Real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to our whole crew here tonight on SCTV. We got Aiden Prophet. He's in 9th grade with me. Me and him are great buddies. He was our student. He's our student class representative or class president. Excuse me. This year, he also was our National Junior Honor Society president last year. Me and him are great friends. He's working one of the cameras tonight. We also got Julie working the second camera tonight, as Helms is going to take a shot downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by number 3, Shuttle, and he's going to continue to bring this ball back. He's going to have a little bit of room to work, and he's going to continue to go. What a run, what a hustle by number 30, Landon Keenan, to bring him back down, but that's not what you need if you're the Grizzlies. Pass was intended for number 35, Ian Nutter.
Great play by Suttle there, really showing some speed on the return. I would say Greenbrier East, I mean, obviously they're going to take as much time off the clock as they can. Don't need to score. We're going to see a very slow, about 20 yards gained here, 18 yards gained here from East. They're going to really take as much time as possible off the clock.
Let's go back real quick. Then we also got Sam. He is our producer. He does a wonderful job with the graphics. He's put a lot of work into that this year, and it's been something that I'm very excited, Jackson, we've been able to make happen with the city. Hopefully it can be in the high school one time, as they're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey. But then I've also been very excited that you came on, took in your time to come on the past 2 weeks. You've brought great knowledge to the broadcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This has been really fun.
And hopefully we'll be back for the last game of the season against Ripley, I believe. Is that who we play last game?
Yeah, Ripley, I believe.
Yeah, so 2 weeks' time. We got 2 away games and a home game. But hopefully we'll be back right here. We should be back right here on SCTV, and hopefully everybody tunes in like always. And let's take a quick snapshot here. You got away at Roan, and then away at Independence. Independence will be tough, and then you are home against Ripley to finish off the season, as they're going to hand it off to number 22, Godfrey, once again. And he's going to be brought down back in the backfield. But Jackson, you got next 3 games coming up. What do you think the Grizzlies have to do to prepare for these next games coming up?
I think what's really probably the biggest battle that the Grizzlies are going to be fighting is the mental battle, right? Yeah. I mean, it looks like this game's just about come to a close. So 5 losses on the season. Got to win 3 games in a row with 3 tough football teams and Independence square in the middle. So it's a mental battle. Just got to forget about everything in the past and just pretend like these next 3 games are the road to the championship and the playoffs, and just treat them like playoff games and really be locked in and focused for those 3 games.
Number 7, Hamrick's pass complete to number 9, Lee. That was a nice catch by Lee, and it's going to be first and goal inside the 10 with 2:40 and rolling once they get the ball set and the chain set. And now if you're the Spartans, you're in that point, too, to where you can just kind of take as much time off the clock as you can. I don't think you can take – you're going to still have to probably try to score a touchdown, and the Grizzlies are going to get the ball.
And they've taken almost 2 minutes to go 10 yards.
Great game execution by the Spartans, and they're going to continue to try to pick up some yards. They're going to lose a little bit. Number 22, Godfrey on the carry, brought down by number 17, Devin Nash, and number, 65, or 66, Isaiah Dillon. And it's going to be, it's going to bring up under 2 minutes to go here as the ball is on the 9 here. And once again, East just taking their time. Great game execution down late, using time to their advantage. They're going to get another snap off, and they're going to pitch it to Godfrey. He's going to run up the middle, and he is going to get just short. Tripped up by number 30, Landon Keenan, and clock's going to continue to tick.
Yeah, so, I mean, East here, they don't have to, I mean, well, they do eventually have to, I mean, okay, 3rd and, like, 15 inches.
Yeah, right.
I mean, play clock being 40 seconds, they could chew another 20 off. They might be able to.
Depending on how they run it, they could take it.
They're probably just going to punch it in here, to be honest with you.
Going to hand it off to Godfrey, and he's going to get in for the Spartans touchdown. They're going to punch another one in here with under a minute to go in this 4th quarter. And that is going to extend their lead here to 41-14. They're going to try to get the extra point to make it 42-14. You know, if you're the Grizzlies coming into this game, you looked at it as a tough game. Obviously not the result you want, but they played very well the whole first half. You had some penalties there towards the end of the first half that kind of put some bumps in the road, and it kind of led to the second half as the kick is blocked.
It's the second time by Devin.
17, Devin Nash. What a way to get in front of the line there.
Relentless effort from 17.
Yeah, he never quits. And Jackson, I say you tell the story about how he changed numbers from 11 to 17. I think this is pretty funny.
Yeah, so Devin Nash has worn number 11 for as long as I can remember. As of this year, had to change the number. So running the ball hard, you're going to be able to see that. It's almost like scars, right? The jersey tells the story. So Devin, I believe it was after the trail game for the white jersey. I'm not sure what happened to the blue jersey. But the white jersey after the trail game was torn to shreds. And that was an absolute dogfight of a football game. And like I said, the jersey tells a story. Devin's jersey being torn, you could tell it was a tough game.
Yeah, and it also shows he never gives up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He keeps pushing to where it makes that defensive player pulls him and pulls that jersey.
Right.
But we got 59 seconds to go. How about we look at this upcoming schedule? We talked about it a little bit. You got away at Roane County next week. What do you think the Grizzlies got to do to go to Roane and pick up a win?
Yeah, so Roane County I don't think is as strong as Bluefield or Greenbrier East yet. I mean, it's probably still going to be a ball game. You know,
especially away.
Away, long bus ride. You can never just assume that you're going to win at anything. So Grizzlies just got to go up there, like I said, attack these next 3 games as if it were a playoff game, because it is do or die at this point. And with strength of schedule, if we manage to pull off the 5-5, we might be able to make an argument to sneak into the playoffs at a 16 or 15 seed.
And then you go away at Independence as number 5 is going to pitch it back to number 17, Devin Nash, and he's going to continue to fight. We got a flag comes in late. Devin's going to continue to fight. Just tells the whole story. We got a flag coming in late here, but then you go away to Independence. Independence and very, very strong this year. It's going to be a tough game. Going to Independence, just a short drive down the road.
And Independence is always a tough game, and I mean, you can only imagine how much more difficult of a game that is when you're at Indy. Indy, a very well-coached team. They put a tremendous amount of work in the off-season in the weight room with drills, footwork drills, agility on the field, conditioning. I mean, the whole 9 yards. Independence, they do it all. They use every aspect of the game of football to their advantage, and it shows.
And then you come home for senior night, last game of the regular season against Ripley. What do you think the Grizzlies got to do there?
Grizzlies, I think, have a bad taste in their mouth from the Ripley game last year. I think there was a lot going on in that game. and it's at home this year. So I think that game we're gonna see hopefully the best come out in the Grizzlies, specifically the seniors. I think they really want that game.
Yeah.
I think out of any game on the schedule, they probably had, well, obviously Trail, and then Ripley was probably circled as well. Went up to Ripley last year. I wasn't able to watch the game, but I think there was a lot going on. We had some injuries, different things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think we're going to see a good night for the Grizzlies against Ripley.
Yeah, hopefully they can get a win there. They're going to hand it off to Nash. He's going to continue to fight, going to cut up the middle, and he's going to continue on his feet, brought down about at the 35-yard line. Make sure to stick around at the end there. We're not going to just cut this thing off. We're going to have a little bit of a post-game recap, give our takes on what happened tonight, so make sure to stick around for that. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies at the 35-yard line with under 40 seconds to go. Can you punch one in late here?
Grizzlies probably just put the ball on the ground. We got to keep our guys healthy, just play it safe here.
They're going to give it off to number 4, Carter Meadows, and he's going to lose a couple of yards there. And this will probably be the last play of the game with 15 seconds and winding, and it looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, hard-fought ball game. Greenbrier East really came alive in the second half, specifically Godfrey. Pretty much the entire second half was, Godfrey running the ball. Kudos to him. Hats off to the Greenbrier East offensive line. Birdie Hamrick helped move the offense first half, did a great job improvising. Subtle, great job. Number 1, Caden Stone helped out a lot. Great job by the Greenbrier East players and coaching staff. Well played game. Grizzlies, hard fought, showed some life there. First half, great first half, I think. Despite the score 20-7, I don't think the scoreboard told the whole story there. Second half just seemed like we just came out a little bit flat.
Yeah, I agree. Scoreboard doesn't really tell the story here. So Grizzlies fall short 41-14. Like you said, the first half was very, very competitive. And I think if the Grizzlies can take that and they could play with that same intensity and that same desire next week, hopefully they can pull out a win.
Yeah, we got to scrape every ounce of momentum we had from this game and bring it into next week.
What else do you think the Grizzlies need to work on this week?
I think I don't think there's any major issues. Coming out flat in the second half is a little bit concerning this late in the season. But that's just a motivational thing, an attitude thing. You gotta want to finish the season off strong, whether you end up in the playoffs or not, right? And especially from the seniors, you never know what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And going into your last 3 games, I remember my senior year, it was playoff implications for us were on a decline. So that's not really something you can think about. All you got to worry about these last 3 games is just giving it everything you have, because whether or not you make the playoffs, you want to make sure you leave everything out on the field, no regrets, because, the pain you will feel from going as hard as you can those last 3 games, I'd rather live with that than the regret of not leaving it all out there. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And I think we should probably wrap this thing up here. It's getting in a little late, but from our entire crew, Aiden Profit and Julie working the camera, Sam Young, Jackson, thanks for being here.
Thanks for
once
having
again.
me.
It's been an unbelievable broadcast
It's
once
been
again.
a lot of fun.
Yes, it's been an unbelievable ride. But the Spartans get the win 41-14. I'm Grant Kuiper saying good night, everybody.